Hey, how are you?
All right, how are you? My desk is just covered with stuff.
Yeah,
Did you get a chance to watch Kathy Arbour's stream yesterday?
I did, and I was actually just out. Well, here's the first thing. I've been waiting for the yard guy for a week. He just showed up. How loud does it sound to you?
Yeah. I went out and picked a bunch so we could try it.
Oh, good. All right. Well, I picked a few, but honestly, I mean, I thought it was beautiful, but that's not necessarily my aesthetic. I'm not a big,
Yeah. Yeah.
I was going to try some, except for I got a handful that had a million bugs and I lost it and screamed and ran away like a little girl.
Bob's little Shangri-La came in handy.
Ew.
That he's obsessed with buying plants this year and putting stuff in the garden.
Oh, our weather is so weird. We haven't done anything in our garden.
Yeah, I know the East Coast has had a hard time. Hi, Gina. Hi, Shauna. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Sin. Hi, Christy. Hi, Joycey. East Coast has had a hard time. All right, something is on that's echoing. Is it me?
It was me.
Oh, okay.
I'm trouble. I'm nothing but trouble.
So I took out my 8x10 plate and I took out my 5x7 and somewhere is my little one too. I'm going to start with my 8x10 because the 5x7 doesn't really cover enough real estate. So I was just torn. Bunch of Arteza paints and several stencils. I'm going to try some of Kathy's stuff. And I'm going to brayer in my book because I'm going to put everything in my journal that I'm trying to get those painty pages, those white ones, finished up.
That book is so delicious.
So,
hi, everybody.
Hi, Kathy. I pulled a bunch of stuff. Oh, and I'm also going to, this is what I was talking about. I take the napkins, like the napkins like we get, and I peel off the back 2 layers. I leave them usually in 2 and just peel off the top one.
I must get cheap napkins, Debbie, because my white parts are always too flimsy to jelly plate on. I always tear them.
Well, and then when I do jelly plate on them, I keep it's a 2-ply. So I am losing the bottom one.
I get it now. Boy, am I slow.
Yeah. So that's what, like, this is an example. This is still in the 2-ply.
Gotcha.
And the back layer doesn't have anything on it. I'll keep this and I'll stamp on it.
I gotcha now.
And I'll let it dry and then use it. So if I keep it 2-ply, and if my paint's wet enough, sometimes you might get a little bit of paint on the back one.
Right.
But they're trash anyways, essentially. But this will go completely clear unless you do a double layer.
Right.
So, and I've been in my book I've been trying to put some tissues across the spine in places.
I saw you do that the other night. Yeah.
Yeah, just to kind of help give it some support. I went ahead and gessoed some pages. But I thought some of them would just be brayered pages. I don't really care. That's what I'm going to focus on today.
I have a hard time stopping. I was doing that Diane Reevely technique with just brayering, and I have a hard time leaving it like that.
Yeah, but you're going to journal in it and add other stuff.
And I keep telling me, I tell me that, but sometimes I don't listen.
I know. I tend to overdo stuff sometimes.
Is there any such thing?
So, but I figured I'd brayer in here in pages.
Awesome.
And then jelly print on pages so that I just be throwing all the paint in here at least.
Right. Well, and I did go and pick some leaves. That's when the ugly tiny bug incident occurred.
Yeah.
I love how all of Kathy's stuff came out. I love eco dyeing. It's not always my aesthetic. I mean, I think it was so beautiful. So I was going to try some with some stencils and stuff, but I pulled out brighter colors and more of the colors I was playing with the other night because I'm in a bright color mood.
See, and I'm in a mid-tone mood.
Well, then aren't we just quite the pair?
Yep, we are the pair. Let's get started. I'm going to move this.
The yard guy just got here. Is it too loud? The lawnmower and the weed whackers? Outside?
No, I don't hear it.
Oh,
Hi,
thank goodness.
Hi, Tina.
I know so many people. If we didn't say hi, you guys, hi. Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Never Hopeless by Elizabeth said it was her first time here.
Welcome. I had a bunch of people subscribe. Thank you.
Yay.
All right. I'm going to start with some Naples yellow because that's just the best yellow ever.
Also, I see that you're using some Arteza, and I'm using
I'm going to use Arteza. I have a couple luminaires that I pulled out. I also might use some of my distressed oxide pads.
What? You're crazy. You're all over the place.
Yeah.
I like it.
This journal is like giving me permission to like do whatever because I don't have an end in mind.
That's a nice feeling.
And if I like something, I take pictures along the way.
Right.
Then I have it digital, and then I'll go ahead and add more to it. I don't really care. Like
nice.
Like this one I don't really like, but I'll add more layers.
Well, and just about anything can get fixed.
Right.
That's right, Judy. She's living her best wild life. Oh, I love that.
Hi, Hilla. So I'm getting Naples.
Debbie, you should put it full on you while you do that so everyone can see. This is Kathy Arbour, who's here. Hi, Kathy. Thanks for sharing the awesome technique.
I have been seeing a lot being I went and joined a jelly press group on Facebook.
Fun.
And there's a lot of posts, but mostly it's been roots, like weed roots.
Well, I tried to pick some flowers, and that's when those tiny bugs got involved, and I did throw them down and scream like a little girl.
I don't blame you.
It was a beautiful flower. I was carrying it with all my other leaves that I had picked and looked down and realized that there were a trillion little tiny icky bugs on it, and I lost my mind.
All right, so I've got a pearl brown, Naples yellow, a green, and a blue, and I'm just going to kind of blend that more.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm going to leave it splotchy.
Gina, you don't have to do anything different with the tube paint. It sometimes is thicker than in the craft paint, although I think Arteza is considered a craft paint, isn't it?
It's not an artist level. It's probably a more student grade. It's not. Kathy was using more of a heavy body acrylics, I believe, on some of them. Not all of them.
No, but Kathy was using artist grade, wasn't she?
Probably. It was a Canadian brand, mostly. She did have some Goldens.
She had some Goldens and a Canadian. Yeah, but I do think she said that it was artist grade. So, Gina, they all work just fine. You just need to learn the consistency of the paint. It'll affect how much you put on the plate, how well it lifts up or not, but it all works just fine.
And sometimes I like craft paint for what depends what I'm doing.
Absolutely.
I use craft paint a lot.
Judy says the Arteza is pretty good quality for the price, and I've heard that a lot.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to try it. Hey,
and I went ahead and got the big set because you have to have them all.
Well,
I have full set syndrome.
I can't find my Golden's paint from the move, but I don't want to buy it until I can go to the store and pick it out. I don't want to buy that.
I don't have a lot of Goldens because I have all of the Deco Art Media line. And very similar.
And I don't have that. Oh my God, there's something I don't have. Oh no.
Oh no. What are you going to do, Brooke?
I don't know. Hold on, I got to go do some shopping.
I did get sparks last night.
You did what?
I did get some sparks coming last night.
Good for you. Oh, that's right. You told me that during the sort of creepy baby. I'm going to get my sparks out, actually.
And I have black paper coming, thanks to Eileen. I didn't get a big set. I just got a set of 10 or it's not a lot of sheets.
No. It was I ended up buying a ream thanks to Eileen because so many people said they wanted to buy some.
And this is medical tissue. We can thank Joycey for this one.
Oh, fun.
It's like tissue. I use it a lot. In fact, I cover those plastic bags with it. It's rough on one side. It has tooth and it's smooth on the other. But it jelly plates just fine. So I'm going to use it where Kathy was using tissue.
Oh, she was using deli, right?
I think she was using some kind of tissue at first.
Was she?
But it could have, I thought it was a tissue.
I've been running around doing 3 things at once all day, so I might very well have missed that.
Well, people kept calling me when I was watching Kathy, and I was like, do you people not understand I have an agenda here?
I am busy, people, and it does not involve you.
Yeah, it was already like I was going back and forth between Jersey and Kathy, you know.
I can't even keep up with everyone that's on live now. It's awesome, but I feel like I'm missing something all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, Kathy said we were both right. She used tissue and
both. I have to say this plate is dirty on the side, so it's not picking up in places because my plate's a little like crusty.
As it should be.
Yeah. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Z. So on this, I'm just going to keep adding color. I'm going to keep using the same pieces all day.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So we'll see. I feel like I got a few good ones. And some things are going to obviously this isn't going to work, I don't think.
Well, we're experimenting.
Yeah.
I thought I would give it a shot, but I'm going to try more with the stencils. So I'm going to do leaves in some areas and stencils in others.
Yeah.
Hey, Anne. Yes, you're on my to-watch list, too. I heard great things about your video or your vlog.
It was good. Hi, Aaron. I really enjoyed the stories, Anne.
Yep. I've heard that's your gig.
And the idea of let me put Brooke back up.
Brooke is making a hot mess down here. Well, everyone will know it's me.
The master board idea is basically kind of what I'm doing here. Essentially, I just didn't give it that name. So now I have more of a name to give it.
Now I have to go watch. I should have watched it.
And her project was really good too.
Well, Anne, I can't wait. And Anne, your Happy Mail finally went out. Okay, let's see. If I find another bug in these leaves, if you hear a scream, you guys, that's me finding a bug. All right.
And I don't know. We'll see how I like the journaling in putting I don't have that nice thin plate like Xandra.
Oh, I have this one out.
But I have options, so.
I'm grabbing a piece of tissue. I'm working oddly here, so we'll see what happens, people.
Okay, I like it. It's not as good as what Kathy got. As far as my leaves need to be more. I thought this would be good, but it didn't really turn out very good. The asparagus fern, because you can't flatten it enough.
Yeah, I picked some and that went the way of the bugs.
Yeah, so I think this time I'm going to stick with more the ones that I know I can flatten.
Yeah.
In choosing. But I'm not unhappy with this at all.
No, I like it. And I love those colors.
Yeah, I like and I think I'll do similar right over here. Not that the two have to go together. And then I'll get paint with a brush right in here so that it kind of blends.
Oh, that'll work.
And not really worry too much. Because it's going to get layered. This is just the first of many layers.
Right. Now, I use these little yellow weedy flowers. And when I mashed it with my brayer, it mashed yellow juice out onto my plate. Cool. Awesome. I don't know. Gina is asking if anyone has dried the plants they've jelly plated to see how they look when they've dried out.
I would say you could. If you pressed them flat, that I don't see why not. I've seen people use silk leaves too. If they're like, you know, the ones you use like in corsages that have the ribbing.
Oh, yeah. Well, and the detail is probably a little more regular in that. Hey, we got more people joining us. Peggy Fitzmaurice is here. Hey, Joan.
Hey, Joan. I pulled some of your stencils, Joan.
Peggy's ready to go. Laughing Dogs Laura is here. And anyone that we didn't say hi to, I'm actually paying attention to what I'm doing for a moment, and the chat's going kind of fast.
Yeah.
So, a blanket hello and welcome to everyone. All right. So I used Americana, and now I'm pulling out my darling sparks because, well,
I used that Lumineer, some brown, and the Prussian blue. So this one's got a little more brown.
Oh, I love that combination. Thanks, Andrea. We'd love some thumbs. Hey, Terry. All right. I was going to do something. I was going somewhere with this.
I had a brush, but now I've lost it.
That's why God gave you fingers.
Oh, yeah, but no. They're already filthy.
All right. So I've got my very well cared for number stencil that I'm going to put down here. I've got the leaves kind of around here. I'm going to put my number stencil down and use my brayer. I just spread the sparks over here, you guys, on a different jelly plate, because then I can start building up collage layers to lift on this plate. So I switch back and forth.
I also think once I've used these leaves a couple times, they'll flatten.
Yes, it looked like they were when Kathy was doing it. All right, I'm being too cheap with the sparks. Come on, Brooke. Yeah, Eileen, that's the one that I got. Hey, Barbara.
I think I got the same paper, the black paper, Eileen. I just got a smaller package of it.
Well, I've got a ton coming if you need any, Debbie. I think I'll put
it some from you when I'm out of this one. I just ordered because I'm not sure the weight.
Right. Well, it said 24 pounds, so I don't know. To me, that's just not. It seems made up. It's different on every paper.
Now, I have bought the copy weight Astro Bright for school stuff.
Yep.
But I've also ordered a more heavy cardstock type. So I know they have different. Because the Astro Bright heavy cardstock is what I would take when I would keep prints in my inventory for art shows.
Right.
I would take the digital files to Kinko's and take my own paper and print them, because the ink quality was better than I could get on my home printer.
But this is not just Astro Brights, it's Nina brand, which made me wonder if it was going to be heavier because of the Nina branding on it. So I guess we'll find out. Ooh, I love the colors on the plate. All right, so I'm just letting this dry a little bit. Hey, Aaron Klossner's in the house. And Joan, I said hi, didn't I? Hi, Joan. Do you think this helps it dry? Probably not. Mousy Deb. Hey, girl. All right, so I use really thin coats.
What I think of as more fuzzy leaves, this leaf right here is going to be super pretty. I should probably dry it and save it when we're done.
Ooh, that is pretty. Brayer on the back when you're done, like a gold or something.
Yeah, just put it in a... Okay.
Kathy's looked like art when she was done.
Yeah, I know.
All right, let's see. What was I going to do? Oh, I want some lines. I'm going to use some neutral gray. Nashwa's here. Hello.
All right, and I'm going to use a cool setting on this. And that's not a hair dryer. Has a brush.
Really?
To your hair. I use it for alcohol ink, but now I've gotten where I use it more than my heat gun sometimes because it's a lot of air and I have varied temperatures. It's not super blistering hot.
Right. Yeah, I got out my hair dryer in case I got bored of waiting for stuff to dry, but I didn't plug it in yet.
No, I did put in my Amazon hair dryer with a cool shot button and a diffuser because I want to do more Dutch pours, which it's a pour where you cover the canvas with white paint and then you put the pour paint in the center in like circles and then you use a dryer to move it.
Oh, cool.
You don't waste as much paint.
Right.
It's not as messy, but it works better with the diffuser. And I didn't have a diffuser. So.
Andrea, I make up words that people said all the time as well. You're in great company. Or goofy company, depending on who you ask.
Hi, Nash. Hi, Barbara, by the way. Hi, CB.
CB snuck in just a little bit ago.
I'm assuming that Barb Owen's finished. I wasn't over there, but she usually finishes before 3 o'clock.
I had it on when I was messing around. I think she might have still been on at 3, but
yeah,
it's been a weird time day. I've lost track of time.
This one came out better. Because the values were better. Still not as pristine as Kathy's. I think I'm going to go with that. And I think it's time to I'm not getting anything off this edge because it's so bad. I
like that teal that popped in. That snuck in.
Yeah, that's the Lumineer. The Halo Blue Gold.
Very nice. And I use Sparks in...
Okay, good.
Something secret.
I figured when I said the time originally, I didn't think anybody really streamed on Fridays during this time.
I don't think so.
And since I'm off during the summer, I figured maybe Friday afternoons and Tuesdays evenings would be good.
It's hard now, though, because somebody's always on.
Yeah, it's my comp book, Colleen. I don't know if you've seen it. But
oh, my gosh.
Just throwing paint.
Colleen, that comp book is gorgeous.
So I'll sort of show you. It's layers of sprays and gesso and papers and paint.
I'm disorganized.
And then I've been making digital prints out of the ones that I like or along the way.
The prints in your Etsy shop are stunning. If you guys haven't checked out the prints in Debbie's Etsy shop, definitely go do that because the digis are fabulous.
See, like here's what I just found that was stuck together. That's not finished. So that shows you really how I started. I did marker. I did sprays.
Joan says, wow, Debbie, that's amazing. Colleen says, wow. Terry says, awesome comp book. Judy says, there are stunning pages in that comp book. Hey, Janet Young, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. I've been good so far, Janet. You'd be proud of me. It's alarming, actually.
That's
I'm alarming myself.
Daddy Vans on that page.
I like that one.
Yeah. That's a hot mess that needs some help.
just like me. Miss that needs some help.
I can't wait to read one of those books, the Sarah Graves. I think you're gonna, because it's in a small rural part of Maine.
Is it a real place? Because sometimes,
yes, I believe it is. I can't think of the name of the town.
Stephen King lives not far from me, and he does some stuff is real and some stuff is not. Like he makes stuff up.
I think it is, but I can't remember where. She's got 2 series. The first series and then the second series. It's like Death by Chocolate Milkshake, but it's the same characters.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I do too, because you feel like you know them.
Yep. Nana, Debbie was telling me about some books that are based in Maine, and it's Sarah
Graves.
Sarah Graves. That's right. I should know that. It's my
and they're like they fall into, so there's some death, and they end up investigating it, even though the sheriff doesn't want them to, because they're kind of 2 nosy ladies our age.
Janet says death by shaky milk is not a problem. Now I want a shaky milk.
This is that one I started the other night and then I finished. And that has the Stamperia stencil. And I think it turned out neat.
Yeah. I love that one. I love all the colors and textures and wackiness.
And I was super surprised that those Amsterdam acrylic inks, they feel like suede when you touch them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they have a really neat texture. And then like there'll be white sections because that's just areas I didn't get to.
Oh man, I should have done this with a dark pull. Hey Curly, how you feeling? And hey Nana. Oh, I lost some of the paper, I think. Hold up. Whoopsie. Whoopsie.
So some of them are in different stages.
I just really enjoy that you just throw any old thing in there for fun.
Yeah, I went in with my ink tints and made marks.
I was pulling every little bit until I got into the middle and then it stopped. Oh, Never Hopeless by Elizabeth, my friend. I read or heard somewhere the other day, you shouldn't store your plates with the little covers that come with them.
I think that's what caused my divots.
Elizabeth has divots and it's giving her angst. And she has stored them on here because they used to tell you should.
Yes. Well, you know, when I talked to a guy way back when I first got my plate and it quit working very well. I mean, this one gives me problems. When it got older, it just dried. And I called him and he said, because I thought it was because the clamshell was cracked and air was getting to it. And he was like, we leave ours out on our desk and in the workstations all day, every day, not in the clamshell.
Yeah.
I don't have the space for that is my problem.
Right.
And they get cat hair on it.
Did we talk about jelly plate?
In the clamshell sideways.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good idea because there's only the pressure on the side instead of all that pressure on the surface area.
Right.
So I think that's what I'm going to start doing with mine.
Well, and they did tell you when you first bought them to store them with those plastic sheets. And I just heard that the other day or read it, Elle, and thought of you because I remember that gave you angst. But you can still use your plates, you guys. Even with dings on them, they're fine.
I don't worry about the divots.
Right.
Because I'm not I usually tear my prints up.
Right. I like how this one came out, Debbie. Look.
Oh, I like that. I like grungy looking ones.
I much prefer that for my own.
But I also do, my other thing is I like to do sometimes just a stencil and leave the white so that I can use it in collage and flood it with watercolor later. Because the paint, or magicals, because the paint will be a resist.
Oh, isn't that clever?
Thanks, so I do that quite a bit too. I'll keep that in my stash.
Yeah. I have to say the sparks are a little bit delicious in here. Are you guys surprised to hear me say that?
Sparks are pretty delicious anyways.
Yeah. There, I like that. And look how darn clean my plate is, except for, well, right there with some of the sparks. Hey, Mindy in the house. Hi, girlie.
All right. And I'm going to be honest, I don't care about if I get my plate, my stamp polluted, because I never use these. I put them in a container and forget they're there. So my goal is to use them.
Eileen says we should ask Timmy how to use a jelly. Roll on floor laughing. Uh-oh. Hey, Helen. Welcome. Thanks for coming. I've been good so far, Helen. I told Janet, but she didn't applaud for me. I promised to be on my best behavior for Debbie since, you know. Oh. Okay, so I'm going back to that turquoise and green, which is matcha green and desert turquoise and Americana. And I am finding, you guys, that any kind of the prints I'm doing now, I am much more enjoying using less paint. I used to use a lot more, and I like this real light, sketchy paint. Because for me, I like the fact that I get grungier prints that way. Oh, Debbie's enjoying it. Great, Debbie. CB, hey, shut it. Out the corner.
Hi, Picola. Hi, Mindy.
All kinds of people are popping in when we're not looking. Anyway, I liked how that came out with the leaves on one side and the stencil on the other. So I'm going to do that again. And I think I'm going to try to pick it up with a bigger or a darker color.
I think I'm just going to focus on some crazy color combos that I wouldn't typically do.
Fun.
That's a sky blue pearl and a copper gold. And there's probably still some of that teal down in here too.
All right, for teal. Can't go wrong. All right, so I'm using a giant sheet of tissue paper because I forgot to cut it down. I'm flinging leaves around. And this time I just removed paint on the side with the leaves on it. I tried to leave some on the solid side so I could go in with the stencil. And then I'm just rolling my stencil off over here on my other jelly plate so we can do something fun with it later. Not sure what, but something. All right, I like that pretty well. Should I try the sparks again? Yeah, maybe I'll just go with the green.
That is a good sell on the sparks for anybody. They're normally $6 something, and $4.88 or something.
And as far as I know, they do not go on sale very often.
Yeah, and the other thing I'll tell you, I was super surprised. I wanted some couple more Ranger sprays. I'd seen a speckled egg combination.
Oh, yep, that was a big seller right here. Yeah.
And I ordered them from Ranger, and their shipping was $5. I ordered 4 sprays, and I just ordered them directly, and I was surprised that I couldn't have done that at Joggles in the sense that the shipping would have been way more.
Except at Joggles, they do 50% off.
If you order $50.
Yeah. I guess I don't ever have a hard time doing that at Joggles, darn them.
I guess I was sort of feeling guilty about what I have ordered recently. So.
Yeah. Helen, sparks are a Finnabair product. They're these gorgeous metallic paints. And they come in these little pots, and all of the colors have fantasy names. And they're just, I'm in love with them. There are lots of metallic paints that I love. This one, these sparks are my favorite metallics.
Now she has some other paints that are in the same little pots, but they're not sparks. They are metallic, but they don't have that extra mica in them, I think.
Yeah, I think they're just called metallics, right?
I mean, I don't think that there's really any bad Finn products.
No. Eileen, I've never ordered from Droggles.
Yeah.
CB called Eileen a liar. Pants on fire, even.
There's a hashtag called hashtag it's all Eileen's fault for a reason.
There is a reason for that. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this one is going to come out a lot better as far as the leaves go.
Ooh, but look at those colors. They're gorgeous. All right, you guys tell me what color I should pull this one with. I've got the turquoise, the matcha, and some stormy sky. So what color should we pull it with? Oh, Judy, don't ever believe anything Eileen says. She's a fibber. Especially if it's followed by LOL. All right, you guys, tell me what to pull it with. Help a sister out. No, Eileen, they're not going to be here till Tuesday or Wednesday.
My black paper's coming today. Just, the ant stuff came, but the black paper couldn't come before we streamed.
Well, I thought my Joggles order would come so I could pull out my new fun art foamies and stuff. And it got to be like 20 miles away from me. And then they sent it to Louisiana.
Okay.
You guys think I should use that same gray? Because I used some in the collage over here. So I was thinking maybe something darker or real light. Hey, Keisha, welcome. Oh, Curly jumps in with a navy blue. Hey now, Curly. Yeah, I know, Nana, right? It was in the Eastern Maine Processing Facility yesterday, and then this morning it was in Shreveport, Louisiana. My head almost exploded. All right. I'm going to find some navy blue. Hold on.
Dottie, did the sheep get to your house today? That's very light, but it's very pretty.
Wait, I can't see it. Oops. Nice. Yes, my package is traveling the world, having a great time.
Hi, Keisha. Let's see if I can get this off.
I don't know where my navy pink is. Little rascal.
Okay, I'm going to switch off the leaves for a while.
Those colors?
And then go back to just crusty bits, Paula style.
Nice. Very strange.
And I don't like to start with light on Paula's technique. I like to start with black or a navy or a dark brown.
Which is Paula's technique?
Okay, so you start with a color. It's 3 layers, but you dry between them. So
Okay.
the first layer I usually use is black. Because like I said, whenever I've done the white, it gets washed out and I don't care for it. And I tend to pick a stencil that's very open for the first stencil because I want room for other patterns to show up. So I'm going to use this stencil. I think it's a Jones stencil with circles. And I'm just going to pick up, actually I'm going to pick this up on a napkin because I'll use it later and it'll just be black and white.
I love that. Did you say that's a Jones stencil?
Yeah.
Love it. I put in my whole order at iStencil when the sale was going on. I was all excited. Got up the next morning and realized I didn't hit submit.
Oh, did you miss the sale though? Did you?
Yep.
Too late?
I had been shopping for like 3 days, putting stuff in my cart as I was watching, well, mostly Patty. Thank you, Patty.
Right.
And then I missed the whole thing. Elizabeth, I think, Debbie, is your composition book single pages or did you glue any together?
I glued 2 together.
Ah, there you go, Elle. 2 together.
2 together.
Ooh,
right.
I like that so far.
To the side, and I'll use it on a collage, and I'll leave that white bit will go clear and show the background. So I'll use it somewhere where I want a print of black. So I do a lot of those where I just leave that.
Right. And that's where you said you'd use the magicals or something?
Yeah. Or just let the color from the bottom layer show up, depending what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And this I'm going to let dry, so I don't care. That's the good thing about polish technique is you let each layer dry. So, you know, you can take the time to get the paint off your stencil if you want to try to. I don't wash mine.
Yeah, I don't believe in that. Which Paula are you talking about, Debbie?
Journal Artista.
She's so talented.
And
Corona,
so
I keep lifting it up because it's still a little humid here, and I wanted to make sure it wasn't sticking too much to my paper.
Well, plus you can get a sneaky peek of what it's going to look like if your plate.
If you turn it over, you can see a sneaky peek of all the crap that's on the bottom of it, and then you can see the stuff.
All right, so for the next layer, I want something that is smaller scale for the second layer. So I'm going to use like a sangria red. There's a little damp right in here, so I'm kind of.
This isn't my favorite, but it's not my least favorite. I don't hate it. It's kind of boring.
That pearl copper gold again.
That's a beautiful color.
Yeah. Kind of a rose gold, but a little more on the copper.
Yeah, it looks quite deep. Oh, no, wait. I was looking on YouTube. The lag is something. Thanks, Eileen. Thanks, guys. It's not my favorite, but in person, we got that lurking sparks off the plate. So there's some of the beautiful turquoise, dark turquoise sparks over here. It's salvageable. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna do one more with these colors, I think. I'm gonna switch over to my palette plate now. Wow, try that.
This layer, I don't want to press too hard. I want to take out that reddish copper color that I have in there, but I don't want to lift too much of the black that's under there.
Okay, I'm trying to pay attention to what you're doing because I want you to show me how to do it next.
Okay.
Like me trying to chew gum and walk, it doesn't always end up that well. Okay, you guys, this is the plate that I was using as a palette. It's one of the long, skinny ones. Pockets is pulling a stealth move. She plucks leaves behind her husband's back while he was gardening, and that's a capital offense in his garden.
I had to tell Bob I would only take things from the bottom or plants that were very healthy. He kind of followed me around. He made an excuse he needed to water.
Ye of little faith. That's funny.
He's not surprised by anything coming in the art room. And he wants to order another guitar, people, so he isn't saying anything to anybody.
Well, good. That'll learn him.
Because that's a guitar, a bass, and a guitar in the last 2 months.
Man, that's not a cheap hobby. Mark is a guitar player as well.
Well, we have a studio that we just started in the house.
Oh, cool.
So he's been doing demos.
Oh.
And he's just finding that he needs different instruments for different, and then he pretty much does all the music.
Yeah. That's very cool.
We just put 2 originals on my Facebook that he just did. Yeah, it is leverage. And he knows it. Because I'll be like, I think I'm $600 down.
So shut it.
All right, and then I think, so this is dry. So that's the second layer. Now I can pick this up. So I have black and I have this kind of reddish brown. So I'm going to pick this up with the Naples yellow.
Okay.
A green might have been a good color too to pick it up with.
Oh, I think the yellow will be beautiful.
In this, it's okay to pick it up with the green because this is dry.
Gotcha.
So you can use opposite color. You know, you're not going to get mud.
So you guys that were asking questions about color theory and getting mud and whatnot the other night, Wednesday night, when we were jelly plating, you can mix warm and cool colors. Just wait until they're dry. It's if you mix them when they're wet, that's when you're going to get mud. Yeah.
And for the last layer, you want it thin. You want to like be able to see the print. So I can see the stencil print of that second layer. I can see the shadow of that. And then this is the layer that you want to give like a really good massage. You want to get really good contact because your wet paint is going to dry. Pick up those two dry layers. Now, I may not get a good print in the sense that I am in this journal.
Yeah, but that was your aim.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care if it's not perfect because there's bumps in the pages.
And now I'm sort of paying attention to what I'm doing and sort of paying attention to what you're doing. So we may have a big hot mess over here. Whoops. Welcome back, Kathy Arbour.
So you get a really grungy print.
I'm watching on YouTube, so it hasn't come yet. Ooh, I love it. Can you make yourself full screen, Debbie, so we can really see that? Because that's stunning.
So I lost some of the black, but you can see it in some areas.
Oh, just enough to make things stand out.
Yeah, and like I said, it's very grungy.
I'm all about the grunge.
On a flat paper, I'll do one I'll do another one, and I'll do it on flat. You know, something not the journal, because I can always put it in the journal if I like it.
I'm going to just put some stencils on here, and then I'll follow along with you.
Okay.
I think I want.
You want me to leave myself big for a minute so you can see better?
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah. So I'm going to set my little palette plate aside to dry.
I'm going to do the black layer. You can use it.
I'm going to get my stuff out. So I need a big open space stencil.
Yeah. You want a stencil that you can get another pattern in. I'm going to use another Jones stencil.
Well, I'd have Jones stencils coming to me if I'd place my stencil order. And then can I use my bubble wrap for the inside?
Yes, bubble wrap for the second layer would be good.
Okay. Actually, I think I'm going to use my vegetable mesh. Okay.
It does sometimes help to pull your stitch, like have them ready.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. So hold on.
Yeah.
You're ahead of me. Oh, heavens.
Well, all I did was black.
Okay.
I did black and a big open stencil.
Okay.
And I'm just using the medical tissue. Deli paper would work good. You want to pick up as much in those spaces as you can.
Okay. There we go. I'm actually using a giant sheet of gift tissue because I forgot to cut it down. So it's all over my desk. And, I just brayered a bug into my plate.
Yeah, protein.
That's gross.
So this part of the medical tissue I really like now. Yeah. Because it had the old leaf stuff, some of it, the negative of the leaf. So I like that. So I'm going to cut it away.
That looks great.
So I don't accidentally, because I like that one.
Yeah, that's never happened to me where I actually accidentally painted on something else.
And all of that white will go clear, especially if I put Daddy Vans on it.
Right.
So what I might do is put this over some really bright color where that color will come up.
That'll be fun. Bye, Elle. Thanks for coming, honey. I hope your head's feeling better. Hi, Jan. Yes, I'm immortalizing the bugs on my plate for crying out loud.
You want that black layer to dry, Brooke.
Okay, I'm still trying to get my tissue off because I let it sit too long.
I still have to pick my next stencil out.
Okay. And what color are you going to use next?
I think I'm going to use some of that Lumiere in the blue gold and some turquoise. I'm just going to go with the turquoise.
Okay. Then I'm going
to use pearl turquoise.
I have Lumieres and I'm not sure where, so I'm going to use my sparks.
It doesn't. Yeah. I wouldn't want to use a yellow, like a real translucent color in the flare. Otherwise, it will just disappear.
Right. Okay, so my black is drying. We're putting in our blue. Did Tori come in, Andrea? I didn't see her, but it's hard to keep up.
Hi, Tori, if you did.
Yeah, hi, Tori.
All right. Now, on this one, I want to work a little faster because I don't want that paint to dry.
Okay.
So I'm going to put my second stencil, and I'm just going to kind of lightly, because I'm trying to pick up the blue-green, but not all the black.
Gotcha.
That's why the gelli works good. And I chose it. And the smaller scale stencils work better with tissue or gelli.
Okay, yeah.
Because you can get in those little holes. All right, so
I'm using my onion mesh.
Yeah, that works. And then I'll pull that stencil. And we want that to dry.
Okay.
Because this was not super dark, I'm going to use a cream or a white to pick it up.
Gotcha.
It's very iridescent, but it's not very dark.
Cool. Jan, I call people by the wrong name all the time. Chat flies sometimes. It's easy to have it happen. Hey, Conowin, I didn't see you. Did I say it right? Did I remember how to say it right? At least I'm not calling you cinnamon.
Is I cut on my silhouette. The one that looks
like you did.
Yeah, and this is what I was saying the other day. This is notebook divider. You get 8 for $1.
Yep.
And once they get paint on them, they're at a great weight.
Yeah. I hand cut some, but when I tried to put it through the Cricut, it didn't end well.
I tape it on the thing. I put like painter's tape on the edges so that it won't shift.
It didn't seem to shift, but it was mad. I think I ruined mine.
And the other thing, that's what I want to try the pixie spray for too. I think that the pixie spray might help that. All right, so the last layer of paint, you don't want a lot of paint because if you get too much paint, then you'll just end up picking up that color, not the 3 layers, because you need that. That's the one you want to see a shadow. And like you said, thin kind of works better to some degree anyways. Less is more sometimes.
Yeah.
But you want it wet enough. And I'm just going to use flat paper for this one. And this is the one you want to let it, like, you want that paint to dry to those 2 layers. Hi, Judy.
Hey, Judy. I'm going to go grab a piece of black paper. I picked up so much of the paint came off on my tissue paper. I don't know what I'm going to have.
Well, it'll be grungy in some area.
I know. Might be naked.
And then I'm going to switch it to both of us too so we can see yours.
We might just be looking at a plain black piece of paper with white paint on it, but
I bet you not.
All right, I grabbed a piece of black cardstock and have them right here. Lots of folks have painty fingers in the chat. Yay. I'm going to be jellying and journaling all weekend long.
Okay. And you can, my plate is not picking up on the edges. It just will not. But I'm going to probably tear this up, so I don't care.
I kind of like it with the jaggedy looking edges.
Yeah, it just, And it's gonna, if I chose to use it in the journal, it's enough of a, you know what I mean?
Right.
I wouldn't probably use the whole page in the journal. I would just use pieces, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I would use, yeah. I tend to use
Right on. Oh, well. We'll get something going here, ladies. Let's see. Let's just see what's going to happen. Eileen, I should get some black bond paper like Patty uses.
And for those of you that don't want to order 500 sheets, Brooke is ordered 500 and is going to make some paper packs to put in her store.
I am. I've got a ton of stuff to put
Oh,
in.
and I have a question for you, Brooke. Give me just a minute. You finish up what you're doing. I want to show you something and get your opinion.
Oh, no. You're not looking for a good opinion, are you?
Just an opinion. Yours or Johnny?
All right, you guys. Let's see if I left any of the black or...
I'm Debbie Epps, and we're at my channel. Mousy Deb.
Oh, Shauna here. Hey, Shauna.
All right. I have these books, and I was going to just get rid of them till I met y'all.
No getting rid of books.
It's called the Book of Knowledge. I have the whole set minus a few. And I have torn pages out of them.
Oh, if those are the books I think they are, I'm going to drool.
But they have slick. They are slick, but they have really, I mean, they will glue. They won't take. But I thought about auctioning them, but I don't know if I should take pages out and just sell page sets or do the whole book.
I would check with Johnny and see what everyone would like. I would do page backs because that way everyone gets some.
Yeah. And these have like tons of, there's like children's stories or poetry in every book.
Oh, that's fun.
And then it'll explain something. It's, you know, and basically, and they always have some colored, but like I said, some of them I have torn stuff out.
Who cares?
But
what year are they, Debbie? You guys, I'm not that thrilled. I'm going to try again. Oh, Eileen says to rip out another page and try jellying it.
1951.
Nice.
They originally were 1926. No, 1923. It's got multiple dates because I'm sure that they may have used different things that they combined.
Right, right.
But this set is 1951.
And it looks like it's a good big size book.
Yeah.
So,
now there's no water damage.
Well, you know, Debbie, maybe 6 of one, half dozen of the other, sell some of them whole and then part out the rest.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
That
I would ask Johnny.
Yeah, that's my final answer. My final answer. Because I love that cover and I love that size.
Yeah, because I knew that the cover could work for people who wanted just an empty cover too.
Right. Yep. Eileen says rip out a page and jelly it. Eileen's yelling at you, Debbie.
Okay.
Nicole, actually, you know what? I flip it over and peel the plate back because the other night on Xandra's stream, she noticed that was working better. More of the paint was coming off. And Xandra is a smart lady because it works. So I've been trying to do that more because it really does. You get a whole lot more of the paint when the paint's real thin like this. Yep, and sometimes it does cut down on the paint, tearing or ripping or peeling. Hey, Lucy.
So do you want, well, I'll do it 2 ways.
Which kind of page? Oh, I see.
I just grabbed one that had a photograph and I'll get green. It's Eileen's favorite.
Green and pink, right? Because that's Eileen's other favorite.
Yeah. And that's a metallic green. I'm going to get a darker green to go with it.
All right, I'm trying this again, you guys. And this time I left too much paint. I'm starting to get irritated with myself now. Eileen says, hey. Just kidding, Eileen. I know pink isn't your other favorite. All right, so I'm going in with a regular piece of paper to see if we can get some more of that paint out there.
All right. And this is another Jones stencil.
And what color? Oh, is that like a teal, a real dark teal?
It was a moss green and a chromium oxide green.
Ooh.
One with a pearl. I actually think I can get, if I turn it sideways, I can get 2 pages.
Oh, speak of the devil, there's Xandra. You've been quiet, Xandra? Folks holding on to their thumbs. Give Debbie some thumbs, you guys. Let's see. I think I'm just going shopping to get a different color sparks on this one, you guys. Oh, how about ginger? We all love. I think you said you got the ginger, didn't you, Debbie?
Yeah.
Love this one. Oh, Xandra's jelly plating. Did you try the Cosmic Shimmer, Z?
All right, Eileen. That's just one color. It took to the color to the jelly plate really good.
Ooh, that's nifty.
And there's enough translucence or in the paint. I can still see the words behind the paint.
I like that. Hi, Lisa. I don't know. Why is Judy Wilson's name in green? I don't see it in green.
Because she's a member,
A member
on my channel. So I have 2 levels. The first level is just a tip jar. It's $1. It's like $1 a month. It's like 99 cents a month. And then the next level is a collector level, and you get access to monthly digital files.
I didn't even know that was a thing. That's fascinating.
Yeah. So if you're on an Android, it's next to the subscribe button. It says join. And if you are on an iPhone or Mac, you have to go through the internet like a website, not the app. You can't go through the YouTube app. You have to go through like a browser, like Chrome or Safari, and get into YouTube that way.
Fascinating. There
Yeah,
you go, Lisa.
why, but
Thanks. Good question.
iPad special that way, I guess.
I think I'm not using enough paint, Debbie.
Could be you're doing too thin of a layer in the first 2.
Yep. I'm just doing another one now, and I'm not feeling all that confident. We'll see.
All right, let's pick this up with blue.
What kind of blue are you going to use?
Sky blue.
Sky blue.
Arteza has a pearl sky blue and a regular sky blue that is really pretty. I noticed when I was looking for my tube of the burnt umber that I have 2 browns that have the same label, but they are not the same color. But they have exactly the same label. And I thought that was bizarre.
Interesting.
I need to find a new way to store the Artezas because I'm always digging to find the color I want.
They just come in a big box, right?
Yeah, well, they come in trays, but I ditched all the trays.
Well, wouldn't we all?
All right, I'm just going to put that on this way and then use a piece of medical tissue.
I used a little more paint this time, and it's getting a little more humid again, so I'm just giving it a little fan dry. Ooh, Debbie, that looks cool.
Because she's a mod, and the green dot is because she has a membership.
Wow, Judy, you are all fancy and dressed up around here.
Yeah, iPad may do it differently, the colors.
Eileen, jelly, dry faster. We love you. There, was that good, Eileen? I think I put my big old noggin in there.
I got to put on the edge.
Didn't you say you cleaned your plate when it wasn't picking up? It's still
I
not?
cleaned it twice, but the edges, it doesn't. I'm telling you, this plate is no bueno.
Just a defective dude?
It's old. It's like when they first came out.
That's how old this one is
first
too.
Plate.
Yeah.
And it's fine in the middle, but it just doesn't like, I don't know, I've baby oiled it. So here's 2 layers of paint.
You flat told me to do black first, and I didn't.
Well, this wasn't, I didn't do 3 layers. I was just picking up that green on this paper. You can do it. Like, Paula does white sometimes. I just don't like the white because it gives everything like a frosted finish. And I'd like it, I don't know, I just like the darker color first. And it does help to look at the opacity level of the paint.
Yeah.
But the book pages jelly printed just fine.
Yeah, they look great. Hey, Susan, welcome. Miss Hottie Popo is here.
Hey, Susan.
Hey, Betty, if you're lurking.
All right. And there's some.
You guys don't do what I just did because I totally ignored everything Debbie told me the first time because I was talking.
All right. So I'm going to do a napkin.
Ooh, now is this going to be 1 layer or 2 layers?
1 layer.
Okay.
And that's Prussian blue. And let's throw in some silver.
Well, this is grungy, you guys. That's for sure. Actually, I think I might kind of like it so far. Doesn't look anything like what Debbie was going for, but, you know. Can you see how clean my plate is coming up now? I mean, obviously it's stained, but peeling it back does seem to make a huge difference. Hey, Jean, welcome. Oh, Debbie, look, it's not what you told me to do, but it's fun.
Yeah, but you can do other, yeah. I mean, you're just letting it dry, so you're getting all the, and these are Timmy tags.
I can't find my tags. I was going to pull some out, and I have no idea what I did with them. I'm a nightmare.
Look, Joycey, houndstooth. And then I've got, this is the back of a napkin, 2 layers. I just leave it double layers.
Now, I would not have thought to use a houndstooth. Just wouldn't have.
And then I'll show you on this page kind of how I might use this.
Oh, good. I'm going to try to do this the right way again, guys. The Journal Artista via Debbie Epps. See if I can get myself together here. Tried to put a little more paint on this time.
Okay, I'm going to let that dry.
Now, back in the day, Debbie, when they first came out, I liked the jelly plate, but most of my pulls irritated me. And I think it was because of I used as much paint as they said to. And I don't know that they knew really what they were talking about. I mean, like they had just invented it. So but some people still do that technique. I think.
Well, and they were big proponents of the golden open,
yes,
which I like, but I can't afford a bunch of color, so
right.
I never invested in it.
Well, it's like using sparks on your plate. You know, it hurts to put that much out sometimes.
Yeah. So I'm just using water to tear these apart. There are still 2 layers. I should have pulled that other layer off, but I didn't.
Hi, Sandra. Sandra. Hi, Sandra. Wow, there we go.
So I'm going to ditch. Normally, I pull it apart before I forgot. I'm going to ditch that second layer.
Your plate looks so interesting.
Oh, it's just the Timmy stuff dried. I'm letting
I know.
But this I just throw away. I'll stamp on that. Like I throw this in drawers by color families, and that's what I use on the bunnies a lot.
That's alarmingly organized of you in drawers by colors.
Yeah, because I collage a lot.
Yep, I hear you. Excuse me. The lawn guy is kicking up the pollen like crazy.
So I want to add some blue to this page. So what I'm going to do is take gel medium, whatever your favorite brand is. And then I'm going to take that tissue and lay it down. And sometimes,
sorry,
I squirt it with water because it'll help it lay down.
You're a rebel.
And then I come in with a pretty wet layer. I'll get my brush wet again. Now I use Mod Podge because I go through it a lot. Like, I don't have it right now because it wasn't available. Couldn't go to the store. So I have this odd mixture. I bought some stuff from Amazon I don't like. It's like, so I mixed it with some of the deco art. It's more like clear gesso.
Really?
Yeah, it says it's an acrylic medium and it's matte. Of course, I bought a big bottle of it. So
Judge, I hate
I added it to this. This was almost gone, so I added it to this, hoping it'll give it a little more stick.
Oh, good. That's a good
idea.
I
like it when it's dry, like I like the texture of it when it's dry. But it was peeling up immediately.
Okay, guys, what am I supposed to do now? Wait, Debbie, I got my black down, it dried. I put my sparks down.
Layer, put a second stencil.
Okay.
And just lightly pick that one up.
That's what I did wrong the first time. Yep. Wow, I'm not a good direction follower. Is Kathy Berg in the house? Hello, Kathy Berg.
Hey, Kathy.
Oh. Yeah, it would have been a lot easier if I'd cut this tissue down, you guys. Lucy Sparks are paints by Finnabair, and they are metallic paints, but I think they have mica in them. They are the most delicious, sparkly goodness in the universe. And they look like this. I love metallic paints anyway, but I have a fond feeling for Sparks. You're welcome.
That metallic with that extra mica.
Yep. Oh, you guys, I got closer this time. There might be something happening.
And then just use a color that, what's your middle color? Is it a green?
No, it's the ginger in Sparks.
Okay. It's probably pretty sheer.
Yep.
So you would probably want to use a light color to pick it up.
Okay.
A pastel something or a white.
Pastel something. That sounds tricky. Maybe we'll go pastel, you guys.
You could go like a peach and it'd look a tone on tone, or opposite, like a pastel blue, like a sky blue.
I was thinking sky blue because I think I'd like it the opposite.
Yeah.
Wait, grab one of those.
It just depends what you're looking for.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll use one of these Waverly chalk paints that I like so much.
All right, I'm going to dry this. I'm going to mute myself for just a minute.
Cool. Oh, you're practicing for tomorrow, Kathy? Kathy Berg has invited, well, okay, I invited myself to Kathy Berg's channel tomorrow, you guys. So we're going to do some more jelly plating for #JournalJellyJune at Kathy's tomorrow. And you can't really see what I've got down on the plate, but it's looking kind of cool. So I think it's probably dry. So I'm now putting down Waverly chalk finish paint and pool. The big boy. Yeah, Andrea, me either lately. Well, as everyone knows, I can't get enough of the jelly plating, and I've been so pleased with being caught up in my creative daily journal. So I figured I'm going to go crazy this weekend, and I'm going to take everyone along with me.
Because June is Jelly June.
That's right. Jelly Journal June.
So see, that's that. And it's not totally dry. but that's that napkin on the.
Oh, that looks so cool.
And so that's what I'll tend to do.
That looks very nifty. And you're right, napkin does go and tissue goes sheerer than deli paper.
Yeah. And sometimes deli has that wax that doesn't want to glue down.
I'm still working on the same box of deli paper I've had since I got my first jelly plate.
This I just bought a box. And I didn't care what it was because I bought it to put between the pages.
Oh.
That's all I bought it for. But, and, you know, some of them are getting to look pretty good. And they're losing that waxy because I'm getting paint on both sides.
Ah, that'll do it. It looks like it's a little stiffer than regular deli paper, which is
I didn't pay any attention to what brand I was buying or anything because I knew I just really wanted. And then when this is dry, I'll add more to it.
And with the deli paper, you put Daddy Vans on the back, right?
If I use deli paper, I do if I'm trying to make it go translucent. And see, like my glue stick came apart, but I'll just fix it later.
Just glue it back together.
I'll just glue
Kathy,
it.
those are jelly prints in the journal. Those were the napkins that she just jelly printed the stencils on. Pretty nifty looking, huh? All right, you guys, let's see if I did it right this time. Okay.
It was over this was just paint thrown in the journal, and then this is the napkin.
Nifty, which is funny because for me, your voice is not matching what you're showing because of the lag.
Right, because you're watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at chat on my phone.
Yeah.
But I tend to watch StreamYard on I can't see the chat on my desktop.
Gotcha.
So I have to watch it on my phone and wear my cheaters.
I was wearing my cheaters with my contacts. Okay, you guys, I'm feeling this one. It looks like little fishies in a net.
All right, I think I'm going to pick this up with Naples yellow and gold.
Thanks, guys. Look at this one. Debbie, I did it. Kathy,
yes.
I followed instructions.
And can you see you can see your print inside the black, right? You can see the two. Yeah, yep. I can see it now.
Yep.
Yep. That's it. That's Paula's.
Very fun.
Bits.
Thanks, guys. I'm so proud of myself for following instructions. Debbie, thank you for being so patient with me. Let's see. Someone else.
And you just learn the colors that work and that don't work. Right. You know, but if you look at, like, I don't tend to put yellow in my second layer or reds that are, you know, how they're typically translucent.
Right. Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Unless I know I'm going to pick it up with a white. But I like to pick it up. I like to pick it up with white or the Titan Buff.
I have to think about it. I have a really hard time inverting the colors in my head. Like, I can't see the positive and negative of things in my head. I have to actually physically see them. So I'll have to do it when I'm not talking and do the layers a few times to get, you know, the right color combos. All right, so I'm going to. Oh, Kathy, you should go. What were the colors underneath there? Underneath your yellow, Naples yellow.
It was that blue. It was that mixture of the Prussian blue.
Gotcha.
And the ultramarine that had dried. And I'm going to put it directly in my journal.
Thanks, Lucy. I like both of them, actually. I like how both of them came out. And both of them are sort of little different techniques. So that's fun because then I can play with them, you know, with other colors or whatever. And that's why I think it's so much fun to jelly plate together because you get to see how other people do it.
Yeah, and that's the fun of watching other, like you see color combos you wouldn't think of.
Right, or ways to layer the stencils or the stamps or using your plants like Kathy did, you know. Just things that would not help. Now, this is good and dry now. This is the palette plate that I was using earlier. Lucy Green is your favorite. I think the other one is a little bit more my favorite because it's grungier. And there's more metallic. I think it's the grunginess that I like better in this one. Does it look marbled? It doesn't look marbled to me. Oh, Kathy, look at that.
And Brooke, you need to email me your address so I can send you that big bubble wrap.
Oh, you're a doll. I will. Actually, look, I have my little, I was ready. I have a piece of paper. I figured if I'm going to be on live a lot this weekend, I better have a big piece of paper near me.
Because I have a piece that's as long as my table.
All I need is like a, 8 by 8 square.
It's lightweight. I'll just send it all to you.
You're so silly. You don't have to do that. I just need enough.
I don't use it. I just saved it because I don't want to throw good bubble wrap away.
Has anyone else noticed that they don't use the big ones anymore? Oh, thanks, Nicole.
Hardly. I don't know what we bought that came with big bubble wrap.
It's so weird. Oh, Debbie wants digis of those. Oh, Debbie, you're so sweet. No, Andrew, you don't have to mail bubble wrap. I was on the hunt for the big kind, the Big Daddy bubbles, just for texturing my plate because, mine are really pretty gross. They're like 10 years old, and I haven't been able to find any more. It was a sad day. And Debbie had some. She's going to donate it to the jelly plating cause. All right, you guys. So I'm using a different palette now, which is the little square dude. And this is Sparks in Magical Pond. And now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go crazy. Wait, no, I'm not. I'll go crazy later, maybe. I'm going to pick up some lines with my corrugated cardboard.
That's what I was getting at to do next in my second layer.
We have the same brain.
I know.
It's terrifying. I'm sorry for you. Oh, listen, you have some at home or at work. Well, maybe it's just me. Pretty much anything I get now are the little baby bubbles or the air packs, the pillows of air. These
are the two Artezas I got. This one, no, that's not.
Put it on you big again because we can't see.
Okay. I'm gonna put both colors on the plate and we're gonna see. I just noticed it today.
They're just messing with you.
They do not look the same. They both say pearl deep brown and have A130. That's that one. But they don't look the same on the... They look the same on the plate. So I got 2 tubes of the same paint.
Are you missing a color?
That means I am missing a color.
Well, I think you should raise a stink about that.
I like this color, but that means I am missing a color. The labels don't look the same, but the color came out of the tube. It's almost like a bronze color.
It does look like a gorgeous color. And they're all metallic, right? That was metallic.
Well, they're not all metallic.
No, but all the ones you got.
No, I got the whole set of 60.
Oh, you did go crazy.
Another Jones stencil. Reminds me of Patty's Iron Gate one. And I'm going to use a napkin. So on this one, I didn't use the black. I just used that dark brown.
That was a beautiful color. I don't know if I would cry about having 2 tubes of that.
Yeah, it's a color I like. I will say the one thing about the Arteza, I thought it was a little light on the blues.
Really?
Yeah.
Now I heard they had
a lot of yellow orange colors.
Yeah.
But not a lot. It only had one turquoise, just a light turquoise.
Oh, that's annoying. Ooh, that's so pretty.
Now there's still some blue on that. And it tore right here, but I don't really care. It'll all glue down the same. So this will probably get used in pieces on possibly on this one right here, because I think I'm going to put this over here to kind of go with it.
Even one strip of that would be a fun border on something.
Yeah.
I love that one on your right. Yeah, they're gorgeous colors, aren't they, Joan?
All right, so I'll go again with the...
Gina, don't worry. I'm sure they're much more beautiful than you give yourself credit for.
The sky blue?
Debbie Long asked me if I would put those up as a digital. You guys, I'll take the grungy green one and I'll put it up as the Friday freebie tonight. How about that? So if you're a member of my Facebook group, Recreations by Brooke, I try to put a freebie up most Fridays unless I wander off and forget to. But that'll be the Friday freebie for tonight.
Oh, perfect.
And it is a closed group. It's a private group. But I bet if you go over and ask to join, you might get in. Yeah, potload of ugly CB, right? It happens. Sometimes the jelly plate wins.
See, I don't like this page, so I'm just going to add some paint brayer to it.
Which one?
Back. This one here. I just don't like it.
Oh, okay. But I like
photographs of it, so.
I like the stencil effect in the upper right.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to do the corrugated cardboard on this second layer.
Awesome. Hey, Farrington, I didn't see you come in, cutie. That's right, Nicole. All his cool kids are over there. All right, you guys, I think this is dry enough. Let's use some crazy color to pull it. Sweet. Let's copy Debbie Epps and use yellow.
Oh, there you go.
Let's copy Debbie, you guys. Don't tell her. Carla Farrington says, hello, Debbie.
Hi, Carla.
All right. Let's see what I got for yellow.
I'm about out of cream colored light buttermilk paint.
I'm just playing around in my paints, you guys, looking for the yellow of my dreams. I really like saffron yellow in Americana, and I'm out of it, and it's out of stock everywhere. I might have to break down and get the Naples yellow, which I like also.
I like Naples yellow a lot. I didn't really know about Naples yellow until I started pouring, and somebody did a pour with it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then when I started using it,
yeah,
with
you guys,
Prussian blue.
I love Prussian blue. Yeah, Gina, you're welcome. There's no how much you should participate in the community. Throw a thumbs up and say hi once in a while and let us know you're okay, and that's about it. I go through periods where I don't post as often in the group as I should because it's hard to keep up with everything. Luckily,
I need the link to join it.
Oh, it's just Recreations by Brooke. Do you want me to go get a link?
Yeah, that'd be great. And then I'll go in the chat later and get it.
Cool. Let's see.
I usually watch on my phone, and then when you hit on a link, it wants you to sign into Facebook, and I don't remember my password.
Well, why would you?
Yeah. They tried to lock me. They told me they were going to lock me out of the thing for school in 2 days, and I almost let them just lock me out because then I just could have played dumb.
Yeah, but that's a pain once you face the music on that one.
Okay, so that came out pretty.
Oh, I want to see. Oh, yeah. Love the stripes. How'd you do the stripes?
The corrugated.
Oh, of course. You just said that. I love it.
The first stencil is kind of lost, but the bronze is still there. But the shape of the stencil is real faint. But I'm not mad at it.
Nope.
And then I'm going to just use some of that paint down the middle to kind of
Oh, I just said that I would put that link in, but I'm not a moderator. I don't know if it took.
Oh.
You guys, it's in the chat, though. It's Recreations by Brooke on Facebook. All right. So let's see what we can get out of this little palette plate I was using that's just leftovers. Nothing but leftovers.
Email it to me later, Brooke, and I'll put it in the description.
Oh, you're awesome. I will do that. Thank you. I'm going to write that down as soon as I pull this. I can't remember things more than like a minute, maybe a minute. If I'm lucky, a minute. All right, I'm gonna put a little more paint on this one, you guys.
So I'm gonna just take some Prussian blue.
Ooh.
And get that spine. Kind of
love that color combo again.
Yeah.
See, that works out beautifully doing it right in your book.
Yeah. And it's just a first layer anyway. I mean,
yeah, you're going to dress it up.
I'm going to stamp and do other stuff.
Okay. So, Debbie, I hope you come and jelly and journal some more. I don't know where else I'll be. I'm going.
Oh, I definitely will when you're going to be at Jersey. You said Jersey tomorrow, right?
Jersey sometime tomorrow or Sunday. I'm going by her schedule because she's more busy than I am. So I'll put, again, if you join the Facebook group, I'll put a link up there when we set up the stream, because I'm not sure if it's going to be on her channel or mine.
Well, and I always get y'all's notifications.
Oh, good. Show off. Ooh, I'm getting a nice clean plate again. This might be a hot mess, which is generally my favorite.
Okay. Thanks, Kathy.
What's Kathy doing? Oh,
She's
what kind of copper?
Copper.
That was a beautiful color.
Okay. So I think I want to go back and find these empty. And I got blue paint on here. I'm just going to kind of smudge it out because I'm going to try to. I also like water. I like when it beads up.
Yeah.
Because I like layers of that.
Yeah.
Like when I do the distress oxides or the magicals on the plate, I don't care that it beads up.
Now, have you ever done it where you put a layer of acrylic paint, let it dry, and then do the sprays or the magicals or whatever on top of that?
No, I have.
And then do a
I got us using. I was using. I'm sorry, my brain is thinking. I was using gel medium to help, like if you want it to spread to something that beads up, you can use gel medium.
Yeah, I just used paint instead.
It's just the same binder in acrylic paint.
Yeah. Eileen is yelling at you to please ow me, and I'm hoping that means show rather than punch me.
Take the.
Yeah, let's see, Judy. Yeah, Judy says, "Can you split the screen?" Terry, thanks for coming.
Oh, sorry.
No big deal. I wasn't doing anything cool, you guys.
Hello? I forgot we put it the other way.
It's hard to be in charge of the buttons, you guys. Perfect. Thanks, Debbie.
Sorry.
No worries. Thanks for coming, Terry. You guys, I like this one.
I do too. It looks like a map.
It does, like a radar map almost. And then the sparks are coming through a little bit down here. You can't see them too much, but a little bit. And then up in here. Well, yes. Judy, right? The yellow is a different color for me to use. Yeah. Gray and yellow, right? And they're greens and blues and yeah, not bad.
Brooke, has Eileen ever gotten you to play like the pick 6 or the pick 3?
The blind 3, I haven't, but I've seen people do it and it always works. Thanks,
yes.
guys. You did, Gina. I saw you pop up. I have fabulous administrators, and you will be accepted, I'm certain. And I'll go check when I'm done, because my administrators have lives too.
Oh, that one turned out pretty. It's not a lot of pattern. It's just grunge. It's what blue was left over and some of that bronze and then a gold.
Ooh, I love that. See, that's my favorite kind. Guess I was using my boobs, Eileen.
There's still stuff here.
That's beautiful.
So that turned out really pretty.
Yep.
I'm back with that brown because I want to do something sort of matching it.
Yep.
Over here.
Oh, I love those colors together. Eileen's making fun of me, Debbie, because she said I was blending the paint with my boobs.
Eileen.
My camera's in a funny angle, sorry. I was just resting them on the desk, Eileen. Hey, Suze. So look how clean my plate came out when I did it that way, you guys. That is pretty cool stuff right there. So now we've got this little guy that I was using for a palette, and we can kind of make this into a rubber stamp and maybe dress up one of those prints that was boring. Hey, how about black?
See, some of this is getting interesting. It's just my cleanup sheet, but if you put this and it goes clear, it can make something kind of cool.
I love all those colors together. Yeah, that would be an awesome overlay. Good, Andrea. You should be jelly printing every Friday evening. You know, it's a thing. All right. So I've got my little, I think it's a 4x4.
Yeah, we got Joycey gonna jelly print.
Oh, no, it was Joyce. I read the wrong line. Sorry, Joyce. Yep, I volunteered Andrea, but it was Joyce. Whoops. Okay. So I'm just put some sketchy little layers on here, you guys. And I'm still using the same 3 colors pretty much that I started with.
When I find myself using too many of the same colors, I intentionally take out different colors before I start and different stencils.
Yeah, I was going to switch over in a minute. Yep.
Make different choices.
I was going to switch over in just a second. Let's see.
I'll intentionally pull out and kind of force myself to use that different stuff I picked.
Yep.
Because otherwise I'll tend to go in the same color family. My drawers help me though, because when the drawer doesn't have enough of a color in it, then I'll be like, okay, I don't have enough yellow and brown. And so then I'll jelly print kind of tone on tone.
Right. I like to switch it up, but I love these colors together, but I've been playing with them for a while, so I'm ready to switch. Let's see what we can get off this rascal. Oh, Joy, you have a 2-inch and a 4-inch? When I'm just brayering off, I like to use different size brayers to make patterns. Thanks, Andrea. Get out your jelly plate, honey. Okay. So, again, I'm just using my
Hi, Linda.
other plate. Did Linda come in?
Linda, there's several Lindas probably. We have several Lindas in the group, but it was Linda Morel.
Hello, honey bunny. All right, so let's see. I think what I'm gonna do is something. I'm gonna do something, you guys.
Do something, Brooke.
I'm gonna do something. I'm trying to save this first or the second print I did on black because it got very blobby. So there's a little bit of texture in there, but you know, boring. So I'm thinking I want to do something here. And I'm not sure what. I'm pondering. Got some layers going on. Then you can flip it over and see how it looks on the back. And that's going to look pretty darn nifty. A lot of sparkle in there because I brayered out the sparks. Hi, Tanya. If you have paint everywhere, mostly on you, then you're doing it right.
Okay, so this one is very dark, so I'll probably come in and put more like gold paint or like sponge through a stencil to make it kind of go with this one a little more.
Yep. The one on the left is the first one you did, isn't it? I just love that one. I think that might be my favorite all day.
And I'm just getting some paint with a wet brush off my plate so that, because I don't want this red's a little too much for me, I think.
Really? I liked it. Now, do you use your plate as a palette a lot?
Sometimes I'll use a littler one that way.
Yeah. All right, you guys, let's see what we're going to get here. Use this like a rubber stamper. Let's put it down in the corner just for fun. Beaver, you crafted. Keisha, who are you talking to? And what's Wally doing? Oh, Joy's warming up. She's going over to the art table. All right, you guys, let's see what we got here. Not as clean a pull. Not cleaning my plate as much. However, ooh, we got some crusty bits. And I think I can get another pull off this plate. Oh, Keisha. So I did get some crusty bits of sparks, actually. So it's like blue gold leafing kind of hanging off. Kind of pretty. I wouldn't use it as a whole page, but that's kind of cool. I want to see if I can pull this on regular paper. It's only Yiddle. You looking for a page to play on, Debbie?
Yeah, and putting some of these, I've got damp paint, so I'm putting the deli paper so they don't glue themselves together. Hate to get all that on there and then have to tear it apart.
Yes. And usually the only place that sticks is the place you really liked.
Yeah. Or in the though some of these do have tears. I'm like, okay, good thing I glued 2 pages together.
Keisha's using her kitchen table. Oh no, Malia. Hey Malia, did I say hi? She's using her kitchen table as her art table right now until she wants to eat.
That works. All right.
Okay. Oh, Keisha, are you and Malia going live later? That's fun. When are you going to go on? You have to stare at it really hard when you're peeling the plate back.
All right, this is the fiery red. It's the liquid bottle. Still Arteza. Their version of kind of a color shift, I think. It's iridescent acrylic.
Cool.
It's not very opaque, so I'm just going to do
Just doing it.
a layer, I think. Just.
Oh, Keisha, you were asking hoodie. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying enough attention. This one is kind of neat, you guys. It looks a little snake skinny or mermaidy. Kind of pretty. Thanks, Suze. I wish I'd used a lighter color. I almost always wish I'd used a lighter color for the final pull. I don't know why. And you know what? I'm going to mute for a second, Debbie. I think I heard one of my kids calling me. I will be back in a minute.
All right. I'm going to put that on this brayer side.
Oh, you should go large then since you're doing something.
Okay.
Cool.
Give me just a second. I will.
Cool. Hey, Fishy Face. Welcome. Thank you, Joan. I'll be back in a minute, you guys. Oh, I guess I should mute.
Hi, Suze. If I didn't say hello to you, hello, a lot of people. Oh, I like that one. It just gave it those iridescent polka dots. So let's do, I can never get much of a ghost print, but we'll try. I didn't get much of a print of the stencil, but I got a little more of that color. Trying to get some of this paper back in between the wet ones. All right, that will come up when I use something else. I'm wanting to kind of switch colors up. Here is a pearl pistachio green. I really like the pearls that they have. Let's see if we can pick that up on a clean page. Yeah, I saw that Dee said that they were going to have, and it was going to use multiple sizes, so that you could still use your other dies that you had. I think she said she could order it if someone was interested. Okay, I think that's going to be very pale, but very pretty. And it's shimmery. Okay, let's try. This is another kind of pearl, like a darker coral color. First thing I'm going to do is pick up some of it and put it on the edges with a watery brush. And let's add gold to that. Oh, I grabbed Naples yellow, not gold. Here's Aztec gold. And that stencil right there. Maybe a row of this. I think I'll just pick that up in the book. Yeah, there's Z in the chat, so she could answer questions. I don't know if that's my favorite, maybe because of the blue, but there's still quite a bit of paper. So probably what I would do is add maybe some light green to it, maybe some magicals. This won't take any magicals really, but there's paper part would take. I put mine in a cart so I can roll it over. The only thing I don't like is the colors are all mixed together and there's so many colors that I think I'm going to do cups or boxes to sort them by color so that I can know what color I'm grabbing. Okay, there's a little bit of that peachy gold left on there.
I'm back, Debbie. Sorry, the yard guy found a naughty tree.
I like that stencil.
That stencil's so old, I have no idea where it came from. I like it too.
I don't keep my packaging, so sometimes I'll remember, sometimes I won't. All right, I'm going to see if any of this picks up with the black flash. And I'm going to put a stencil down.
I love black flash. I think I'm going to sponge through a stencil on this one. Or something. Actually, you know what?
Yes, I did, Z. They work. God, Z. I mean, I use them a lot in here. But to me, they're just the same as the spray. It's just if you don't want to spray. The squirts is what we're talking about, Brooke.
I know. It makes me laugh because I'm a 4-year-old boy.
I still think the best deal is the pots.
The pots of what?
Just buying the magicals in the pot.
Oh, that's what I have. I love them. You guys, I'm trying a mad experiment. We'll see. We'll just see about this. Nana. Xander, you said they're watery? Hoodie, what are you doing to chickens and roosters in fun prints? Are you dressing them up?
I have mine. I'll get it out in just a second. I add water to them.
Do you?
In here.
Okay, you guys, so I put the, that was a pickup print of just the black. So I put the paper on the jelly plate to kind of hold the paper in place and give me a little bit of bounce underneath. And I'm layering the original stencil back over as closely as I can, which is questionable. And now I'm going to take a different stencil and try brayering over it instead of sponging. And I'm hoping it'll work better on the plate because you've got that give. I'm totally making that up. But we'll see, won't we?
This turned out good.
It didn't work at all, FYI. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, yep, that was a total epic fail. So awesome. I'll put this aside for doodling.
I'm going to use the squirts on that in just a minute.
Cool. There you go, Z.
See if we can get any of that other part to pick up.
Okay, well, I'm switching colors. I'm going to try to clean up this plate one last time. This is one I'm using as a palette. My leaves are getting very limp. I think I'll roll a leaf over here and see what we can get. Oh, funky chickens are my favorite, Hoodie.
All right, so I'm going to move the jelly plate to the side for just a minute. So I have more.
Stuff's happening, you guys. Stuff is happening over in Debbie's world.
And I'm going to move all that paint. So I just have some. Sometimes I got a clear room because
I hear that.
you have such limited space around you when you're working as it is. All right.
I have a lot of space, but I still use it all up and need more. I'm a space hog.
I have 3 4-foot tables making an L, but I still.
Yep,
Okay,
you should know.
Gold. I got the northern set is the set that I got of squirts. And I didn't have those in the magical, so.
You guys, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm making a mess just for fun.
I don't care if this gets bled through. And I don't care if that gets bled through. I don't care about that. I don't really, that's not going to bleed through anyway, so I'm good. So what I have been doing, now a lot of people use them like with a paintbrush and put them on the molds and things. So the paint will act as a resist, and the squirts are only going to go where there's no paint. This is literally how I've been using them in this journal.
Oh, that looks fun. I love tossing stuff around. Andrea, it is the point, honey. That's where all the fun is.
I squish.
I was really surprised the other night to see how much water you use in that book.
Yeah.
I like that.
And some came up through that paint in the areas where it wasn't painty. And then I tend to fold up like where it tends to stay in the center because it just runs that way. So I keep adding water, and I don't care if it gets wet on the other side. So let's add some turquoise squirts. More water.
Now, is that a print that you did right in your journal?
It was a jelly print, and I'm adding squirts over it.
Right. So that's the one that you did it right in the composition book. So
yeah, I did the jelly print in the composition notebook, and now I'm just using the squirts on top where it was white because it was just page.
Right.
And there might have been gesso on the page.
But there might not have been.
Might not have been. I think there was gesso. Sometimes when there's a page I'm trying to protect, I might gesso. I gessoed a few, but not all of them.
Right. Eileen gets upset when streamers make a mess.
Oh, it just breaks her heart, doesn't it?
Oh, Eileen.
And the stuff that's on the side of my desk, I don't want it to go to waste. So I just mop it up on another page.
Kat's good with a mess because she doesn't have to clean it up. Whoops.
But see, I got that ink went through. So it affected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wow.
5. And then usually what I'll do is
yeah, it did keep going, huh?
I'll go really crazy and I'll use the black. I like the black in the colors. So I'll get it wet.
Sandra, this is folk art, which I'm not usually crazy about, but I love this color too. And it's navy blue in folk art.
And this is Bombay India ink. I'm almost out of it.
Oh, no.
And then what I'll do, and I don't care if it comes through this page.
Now my plate is not coming clean on the edges. I caught it from you, Debbie.
Yeah, see, it was.
Oh, there we go. I caught it that time. Eileen says, did you see Timmy using glazes over texture paste?
No, I don't have any glazes. I know I need the glazes, Eileen.
Eileen thinks you do.
That's an enabler.
Andrea says you're pretty free with that India ink. It stains forever and ever. Yeah, I'm not feeling it. This wasn't my favorite, you guys. Once again, I should have pulled it with light instead of dark.
So I will tell you that one was so wet it dripped.
That went far.
Yeah, that's how I got my new pajama pants. With the squirts, the very first day I put them on and came in here, I got red and blue squirts down the side of the table.
Oh dear.
If they were going to be my pajama pants, that's kind of how they had to roll.
They had to get with the program.
Yeah. And then I'll like hit it with a heat gun.
Oh, Joy has her jelly plates out. She's ready to roll. Thank you, Nana. I keep It's what? I didn't hear you, Debbie. I'm sorry. I spoke over you. Oh, Debbie is muted, but she can still hear us. Thank you, Nana. Yeah, I keep thinking I'm going to like how it looks pulled with a darker paint, and a lot of times I just flat don't. But I guess it's a matter of opinion, isn't it? All right, so I'm going to switch colors, you guys. I am going to do something wacky, which is usually a given with me around, right? I bet no one's shocked. No one is shocked. Okay, let's see. I'm going to pull out. I was liking the colors that we were using, the Illusions colors the other night. Oh, do a blind 3. Okay, I will, Eileen. So I have paint in a couple different drawers in my cart. So do I just go into one? CP, do you have to go? Thank you for coming. I hope to see you again over the weekend. Keep an eye on the page and on my YouTube channel, and I'll post when we're coming back on to Journal or Gelli. Not sure where. I'm inviting myself everywhere. Okay, so Eileen, do I go just grab 3 of whatever? Okay, let me put away some of these so I don't mix them up. I'm going to grab 3 of whatever, you guys.
All right, so that's the squirts, and that's how I've been using them.
They look great.
But they are less messy than the sprays. Because if I sprayed the sprays, they get everywhere off the journal. So I will say that if I was going to choose between squirts and sprays, and you didn't have any,
yeah.
If you want to put the color like on thin stuff, and you want to brush it, like squirt it on in little bits and brush it, because I've seen like Nikki and Crystal put it in a palette and use it with a brush and be more purposeful.
Right.
But if I were buying, I would still buy the pots, because then I can add water and make a spray. I can add it to modeling paste. I can throw it on the table and do smack and dab. Where with these are liquid, so my choices are limited. I would rather tint mediums with it. So the pots to me are still versatile.
Excellent shopping advice, you guys. And Debbie is very frugal. Andrea, yeah, I'm inviting myself everywhere. Although Debbie did invite me here, I did not invite myself.
And then we decided Jersey. It just kind of spread, didn't it?
It did. I think it's going to be really fun, though. Okay, Eileen said I should do a pick 3. So I've got.
Yeah. You got to close your eyes.
Well, it's my cart's behind me, so I just opened my drawers and took one out of each drawer.
Yeah, my colors. Well, my Arteza are not, but my colors are color by color family in most of my paint. So when she tells me to do pick 3, it's really hard because I know where I'm picking.
Yeah, see, mine are just a mess because I've been so jelly platey lately. So it was pretty random. So I've got a Liquitex Basics light olive green. I've got a color shift in Blue Flash. Oh, and this is interesting. And a chalk paint, a Waverly chalk paint in Ocean. Heck, all right. Let's just see about this.
So I'm going to add metallic accents to where I put all that dark ink on some pages where it got really dark. I'm going to jelly print with some metallics.
Fun.
And then when they're dry, I'll probably hit them with another spray to add more color. Or I've been having fun with these too, because I never use them. I just paid $1.74 and they were on sale. They were such a good deal. I had to have them, but I never used them.
Whoops.
So this works for me though. I just don't do drips that much, I guess.
I bought some of those too. I should get them out one of these days.
Okay, that's the top.
I just painted myself. I like that. I'm putting it over on my little palette plate over there. You see, I got quite a bit of paint on there, but I'm just going to put a teeny little bit, a skosh of the blue shift.
All right, this is the Luminaire, which is pretty sheer. Well, I'm going to add some PBO. I'm almost out of the gold green. I got that too. I'm going to use that.
I feel like I forgot how to jelly plate.
Yeah, you can't. You've got jelly printing to do all weekend.
I know. I felt distracted all day. I wonder if it's the crazy weather.
Do you find when you switch size plates that it throws you off?
Nope, not at all. But you know what? I've been trying so many different techniques. I think maybe I'm forgetting, like I learn or see a new one and forget an old one, which is entirely possible. Because I'm silly that way. Digging through my stencils. Oh, I like this one. I just bought this one at Walmart or something. Okay. And I can tell you guys, 95% of the time, I like my ghost print more than I like my first print.
See, and that's what I can't get my ghost off this much anymore, which is why I tend to do the crusty bits for the second one, is because I can't get the ghost print, just dries too fast.
Are you putting on too thin a layer?
No, I think partially maybe I'm in Texas. It's hot. That I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Ew, that didn't get all of it, but it got a really cool bit right there.
Oh, can't see yet.
I'll flip it again. I'm gonna see if I can get. My pages are still very wet.
Ah, well, your whole book is soggy, the poor baby. Yeah. You flooded it.
Hey, it hasn't come apart yet.
Comp book sewn together, it won't. They make those babies tough.
Paula's second one did, not her first one, but her Journal Artistas did.
Really?
Yeah.
Colleen says she loves that, Debbie.
Yeah, it's coming out really cool. And I'm just getting little bits in different places on the black. So then I'll spray it.
Ooh.
With
nice
color. But that will still act as a resist.
Right.
Sorry, it might need pink in a few minutes.
Eileen, close your eyes, honey.
Yeah.
Put a bag over your head. But don't
I'll give you fair warning.
Fair warning.
And I don't see, this is my ghost print, but I don't think I'll get anything. You would think the dampness of my paper would help it pick up more.
I would.
All right, I'm going to mute myself and just hit it with a gun.
You just mute yourself, Missy. I'm going to make sure Eileen's okay. She's she's anticipating the pink. All right, so I'm going to let this dry, you guys. I'm not going to pick it up with a dark color. Should we put some black on it? Eileen, pockets, somebody tell me. I'm gonna put black on it. I'm doing it. Yeah, it's gonna look great, isn't it, Eileen? I love her layers. All right, so I'm gonna. I love this stencil. Black, Eileen, okay.
All I got was a green blob.
Really?
Yeah, where the paint was heavy. But there's still, the pattern's still there. I just need to pick it up then with another layer of paint. So it's kind of a greeny gold. Let's try. Let's try the black flash. And we'll put it somewhere. Oh, we'll put it in the back of the book because there's nothing in the back of the book.
Don't let it be naked. I like how black flash turns out.
I can't do it like Patty. Patty has really good luck. So does Gail, the moderator Gail on Patty's channel. If you've ever.
She does.
Yeah,
Everything Patty does turns out well, though.
Well, that didn't land very well, but it's all good.
It didn't land very well. Coming in for a landing, rough landing.
Yeah.
Erin, so I missed it. Are you and Keisha going on later? And what are you going to get into? All right, now, am I allowed to use a different color to pull it, or do I have to use one of these?
You can use black and white.
I already put black and white on the layers on my plate.
Okay, that you can't really see the print, but it's yummo. And there's paper, so it'll need spray.
Oh, I can see a little when the light's on. I can see the yellow.
You can see if you look close, you can see a little bit, but it'll need some spray.
It sure does look cool. All right. Okay, so can I use a different color, Eileen, or what? Because I already used black and white on the plate. It is coolio, isn't it, Nana? Every single thing that Debbie's done looks so cool.
I'm going to clean my plate because it's funky. And I'm going to switch to I'm going pink. I'm going to switch to the distressed oxide here in a minute.
Pink? Did I hear you say pink?
Yeah, you heard me say pink.
Eileen, let's not think of it as cheating. Let's think of it as learning. Oh, Joan, sleep tight, honey. Thank you so much.
Night, Joan.
And thank you for having such an amazing stencil brain, Joan.
Yeah, you need to rest that brain.
Okay, I just grabbed this one randomly, Eileen, so it's not really cheating. And it is sea glass. I don't know if it's going to work.
That's a pretty color.
I love this color, but I'm thinking with this combo, it might not have been, you know, the best choice. But in the spirit of pick 4, I just wasn't thinking when I put my colors down about saving one of the colors for a pickup print.
Yeah.
It was operator error, Eileen. Hashtag it's all Eileen's fault.
Okay. So I'm going to put, this is picked raspberry.
Beautiful color.
And some seedless preserve.
Going with pink and purple, Ralph.
Yeah, pissy pink and pukey purple. Hold on to the socks, Eileen.
Did Eileen name those paints?
Huh? Did
Eileen
Eileen name them? Yes.
Yeah.
And now we all use it.
Pissy pink. Which one is that? Lipstick pink
It's
or worn lipstick?
raspberry. Well, we call any pink pissy pink.
Okay.
All right, and I'm going to squirt it, and I like I'm just not doing it on my desk. I'm doing it on the plate.
Gotcha. Eileen says no, Jen named them.
Oh, Jen named. And stinking red.
Stinking red. Oh, Erin, you guys are going on your channel. So Erin Klossner and Keisha will be on Erin's channel later on. You guys make sure to go subscribe because the two of them are so funny. Susan, no vomit emojis. Shame on you. Eileen's studio has pink walls.
Okay.
Eileen,
Really wet. And let's
Marie, Erin's channel is Erin Klossner. Flamingo pink.
It is too pretty.
All right, let's see what we're going to get here.
I need some.
We got some layers. Do you guys hear Debbie crooning to her book? Because I do.
Yeah. I love the black and the pink and the lime.
Well, it looks like, does it have a little yellow in it? I like that.
It's a green. Yeah, it's kind of a yellow green. It's
cool.
PBO.
Love PBOs. Hi, Karen Sue. I'm hoping Susan is going to. All right. We missed a little corner. Oh, it's my edges. See, I got bad edges from Debbie's plate. It's a virus.
Yeah.
Belly plate virus.
Came right through the StreamYard there.
Yep. Look at that, you guys. I like it. And the colors are awesome. And Eileen, my cheater color hardly shows at all. I love the grungy yumminess. Thanks, Eileen. So, yeah, this was fun. I'm going to try another one with the same 3. Haha. Haha. Let's see. I'm going to do Boo Flash. Oh, the Nana. Thanks, Eileen. Love the colors together. The pick 3 worked.
Yeah, you just have to think it through.
Right.
Typically.
Well, that's where I ended up having to use my cheater color.
And I will say, Brooke, in all fairness, we haven't done the pick 3 on the jelly plate a lot. We've done the pick 3 in art journaling.
Great. So Eileen made me a guinea pig.
Oh, yeah.
Telling me.
I got Popo pink too. Sorry.
Popo pink.
But I think it turned out pretty cool because there's that iridescent green and black with the pink, but it will get other layers.
I like it. I like it a lot. It looks like buildings with windows to me.
Yes, it does. All right, let's put something on this dark page.
Susan, what do you mean your last jelly plate video was an epic fail? What happened? Karen says she loves it, Debbie.
Thank you.
Desert Nana says very cool. Yes, the jelly plate virus is called COVID. Okay. So I put blue flash down, and I'm going to use I use my corrugated to pick some up. Sandra, I don't see any buffering. It looks like I went a little bit blurry, but that could be me.
Yeah, I don't see any buffering either.
There was a little bit ago. But...
Okay. I want to use PBO black blue, but I'll use it somewhere. I don't want to use it here because these are dark. But this color is, ooh, so cool.
Susan, everything stuck to your plate? That's a bummer. Some days are just not meant for jelly plating. Carla Farrington says it looks like a psychedelic gator. She loves it.
Yes, because that was a gator stencil. All right, so I think.
Oh, good. Sandra refreshed, and it's all better. Oops. And that's why my computer has paint all over it. Gonna use my little dotties. I love these little dotties. Put some over on my palette plate.
And I'm going to add black flash to that because I typically add black to that PBO.
How come?
I don't know why. I like
All
it.
right.
It shows up purple and black.
All
when
right.
I first started jelly printing, I would do like really wild prints. And then I had all these animals that I had cut out. And I would put the black paint over, put the elephant down, and then put the black around the outside. And then when you pulled it off, you had that wild elephant with black all around it. And that's when I started using this all the time.
And what color does it look like if you don't mix it, the PBO?
It's very sheer. Kind of a purpley blue.
Okay, so the black bumps out the blue and makes it black.
Yeah, it gives it a little bit
of depth.
Opacity.
Opacity. We're using fancy words, you guys. And I think Debbie might be techniquing.
Oh, it's my science in me, I guess.
Don't tell 87.
So somebody sent me I said translucent when I was talking about the golden paints in a very old video. And somebody said transparent or translucent. Well, to me, transparent, if something's transparent, you see completely through it.
Right.
But if it's tinted and it changes color, to me, that's more translucent.
And honestly, guys, why would you do it?
I didn't answer the person back.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, whatever. I mean,
I love our group and our Facebook group.
Yeah, it wasn't anybody I knew.
Right.
I'm sure
and I just get nice comments, and
so see, that didn't print everything, but I don't care because I have some of that kind of color over here from earlier, some other color. I don't know, probably the Prussian blue. It's got that blue purple and there's some grunge. So those two go well together now.
I sure like that orange red with that purpley black.
Yeah.
Hey, Jilly, welcome.
So I'm going to put this goodness on this page.
Ooh.
But I don't think that I want color. So I think I'm just going to put gel medium.
Mm-hmm. Sounds a lot like techniquing. 87, we're techniquing.
Should be monkeying it. I hope. I know she had to pick. She went to the post office. She better have gone to the post office.
Uh-oh.
because her birthday present's there, and I'm just dying for her to see it.
Oh, I did not hear how it went at the dentist for her.
I didn't either, but her appointment was later this afternoon, so I don't know if she's just not feeling well.
Right.
Or they might have done something for her birthday, like a dinner, because it is her actual birthday today.
You mean she didn't want to spend her actual birthday with us? What the heck?
I imagine Cole came home today.
Probably, or maybe not, because it sounded like he was having a lot of fun.
I'm glad he got to go and see them. And
me too.
Spend time.
Carl Farrington says it looks like an ancient Roman mosaic that was unearthed. Debbie. I know, Colleen, can you believe someone wouldn't want to spend their birthday with us? It's crazy talk.
Okay. Yummo.
I can't see yet. Ooh, beautiful.
I love that color.
Yes.
That cobalt blue mica. And there is a pattern in there.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah. So there's still some on the plate, but this side needs some. So I'm going to do the same thing and just put a little gel medium and see what I can pick up on this other side, and then I'll clean my plate.
Beautiful.
And go back to some other page. But we are accomplishing my goal, which was to get all these white pages painted.
Perfect.
Painty.
My goal this weekend was to have fun doing different stuff on the jelly plate and get more people excited about it and not scared of it or thinking it's too messy.
Yeah, you see, because you meet people that say they have a jelly plate but have had it 2 years and never got it out.
Right, lots of people. So, yeah, and it's sort of, I guess if you haven't done it, it might be a little intimidating.
But it's paint and paper.
Yep.
So what do you have to lose?
Not much.
Not
much.
I paid 50 cents probably for this journal because I bought it at back to school time.
Yeah, and it's
that's if I bought it. Actually, some kid could have left it in my room
when or you stole it at school.
Huh?
Or you stole it.
Yeah. Well, they leave their stuff when they're not supposed to, even though you tell them.
Oh God, yeah. I used to go back to school every single day for one of my daughters to get something.
Well, this is at the beginning of the year. You tell them, give me this, this, and this, and put everything else in your locker.
Yeah.
And then they leave the whole bag, and you're like, and there's no name on it. And you're like, who does this? I asked all 6 classes, who does this belong to? And then eventually it's like, okay, it belongs to Mrs. Epps. Now I had better luck putting it on the plate on here this time.
See, I am finding, since Xandra pointed that out, I'm finding it works a lot better. Eileen, I did that one without the cheater color. So, haha. You what, Susan? So yeah, that was my goal, was to play with the jelly plate and keep working in my creative daily journal to catch it up again for June and maybe get some more people interested in creative daily journaling. And just horse around. Pretty much my goal was to horse around, Debbie.
Yeah, we achieved that goal, didn't we?
Yes, we did, and I'm going to continue it. All right, Eileen, I'm giving the colors one more shot.
Okay, I didn't get a print, but I got some of the more of that paint over here, so the color will be there.
Nice.
So I'm not mad at it.
I love that one on the left. That's just beautiful.
You know, I ordered these stamps from a place by Kawan stamps on Amazon. And I realized when I was looking at something else, I watched the Timmy Crayon video because Eileen told me I had to. And then I fell down a Tim Holt stamp hole looking for a stamp that he used. And I found this is his stamp.
We don't see it yet. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, that's adorable.
That they stole.
Oh, from whom?
From Tim Holtz.
Oh, it wasn't it, Tim Holtz.
Or it could be, it's exactly the same stamp. Exactly. But it could be a very vintage image that was not copyrighted that Ranger used. But I got 4 stamps in the set. And one of them was that one, and it's identical.
That's all layered and stuff. That's not just a vintage image. That was manipulated.
I think so too. It probably comes from like Wish or one of those.
Yeah. That's a shame.
Yeah.
Wait, we lost you. Can you guys hear Debbie?
Huh?
Oh, there. I didn't hear you. I couldn't hear you for a second.
Yeah, that is a shame.
Colleen says she has a texture plate like that.
Yeah, I know they have a stamp, a stencil. I didn't know a texture plate.
I want a texture plate, but mine's in Louisiana.
But I do know that Ranger does use vintage images that are not copyrighted.
All the time.
Yep. Graphic 45, because you'll see them if you do, you know. So, they, you know. But like you said, that didn't look like because it had music stuff.
Yeah.
And ledger stuff.
Yeah. That was the giveaway, right?
Stuff. So it was definitely somebody had mismatched it.
Oh, thanks, Barbara Clark. Barbara says she didn't know how she's missed seeing my channel before this. I'm only a little tiny channel, Barbara. But thank you for subscribing. Welcome aboard the crazy train. Susan wants to know, does anyone know where to get Dresden trim? I don't know what that is, Susan.
Is it blue and white trim? Because Dresden trim is blue and white. Right. Would be my guess, just by the name.
Thanks, Colleen.
See, this
Jungles used to sell it.
Because it's gotten so wet.
Uh-oh.
Just reglue it.
Okay, guys, I have this set of Fisker stamps that are, I don't even know how old, and I don't think I've ever opened them.
I had a hard time with the punches.
Which punches?
Any of them.
Really?
Like, you have to have superhuman strength to use them. Then they stick.
Oh, they stick a lot. I like the ones with tabs better. Oh, good. We put Ozzy Osbourne in Gina's head. Nice.
Yeah. All right. This needs some color.
Carla Farrington would like you to please do something crafty with the wax paper.
This way. Oh, I will when I'm done. Yeah. Yeah, this one looks like a hieroglyphic because it has my handprint.
Awesome.
Because I discovered when it gets really wet and I was putting the paper between the layers, it would beat up on the paper. So then I would move it around intentionally and put those drips on other pages. So I started smooshing it intentionally.
Oh, that makes sense.
You just got to remember which side is the wet side so you don't put your hand in it.
That takes all the fun out of it.
And I would just start scrunching it around like this, and it would smush the color in other areas. So, but yeah, I will. And they're getting painty, so they'll be easier to glue because I find gelli hard to glue too.
Well, I think it goes back to that waxy part.
Yeah. And I don't use vellum at all because I can't get it to lay down unless you have the vellum tape.
Oh, yeah. I just hide it. I put something on it to hide it.
The only thing I've ever managed to embed it in and it still wanted to curl is like resin. Is like triple thick.
Oh, yep.
But even then it still wanted to curl before it set.
Vellum is dicey.
I told Eileen, but you know, my first speckled egg spilled. The lid wasn't on tight.
Oh no.
And I put it in the storage like this, and half of it went down in a container. At least it went in a container, and I was able to save it.
Oh.
But I was not happy.
That is not a happy day.
No, and I wasn't, and because I didn't undo the lid. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, it wasn't you? It came that way?
It must not have been tight. Or maybe when we were taking the plastic off, it unturned. You know, because you know how that plastic's so hard.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna look for silver and put silver on this blue.
Hottie has proposed to Eileen because Eileen found the Dresden trim. Susan, what is Dresden trim, please?
Is it blue and white?
It has something to do for her with her funeral coach. I hope she doesn't mean her own personal funeral coach. God, I can't talk.
Is the pom-pom stuff in blue and white?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to go look at the link that Eileen.
Yeah, I'm gonna be Googling it later.
I have to go. No later for me. I need to know. Inquiring minds. So you guys, again, I'm layering the it's gold trim. Susan says, oh, like a Dresden plate, maybe.
See, I thought Dresden was blue and white, but maybe.
I think the
pattern or
Dresden pattern, yeah. But I think there's a style that's like a gold charger plate almost. Gold paper trims. Interesting. All right, you guys, I'm using the Pick 3. Oh, it's German scrap trim, Lucy says. Pick 3 colors, just layering them up again. And I'm going to, I've been using my little palette plate over here. So we'll let that dry, and then I'm going to try to pick it up with blue flash and see if anything happens. Yeah! German scrap, yeah! Chat's going fast, you guys. I keep missing stuff. Let's see. All right. Let's see. I don't know if the blue flash will pick this up or not. Might.
Martha used to sell a lot of stuff, Eileen.
Yeah. Martha. Oh, what's become of you?
Well, she's pretty much hangs out with Snoop Dogg now.
That's the weirdest combo.
Yeah. They just hit it off, I guess, when they were on something together. Oh, that turned out pretty. That time I did get enough of a ghost print.
Cool.
And that was silver and sky blue. So I think I want to get some of that sky blue on a brush and some silver and put it in the edges where it's paper.
Susan, you're welcome. Everyone knows stuff here. If you have a question, somebody's going to know, and it's probably going to be Eileen.
Yeah. And she probably has it in the warehouse.
Or the basement warehouse.
If you ask real nice.
All right, you guys. I don't know if I put enough paint down either. Anything could happen here. Carla and Gina have pre-ordered a book. The Dresden Files. The new one. Oh, yeah. Maybe they met in jail, Snoop and Martha. Right, Lucy?
They might have. Or, maybe they had the same probation officer.
And they started sharing recipes.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, they have a show.
That's so weird. If Eileen has a basement, it's a giant indoor swimming pool. I hope not all her stuff's going to get wet.
They may imbibe. Martha may imbibe.
The Bud connection. That's right, Farrington, the Bud connection. Nicole says only one has a felony, and it's not Snoop.
Yeah. Actually, when he had his other show, like with his kids, he's pretty conservative as like a parent.
Yeah, I think as a human he is. I think it's a lot of it is,
Yeah. Show.
Yep. Persona. just in my head, that's just such a weird combo.
Yeah.
Oh, hey now. It's not very dramatic, but boy, is it pretty. Let's not put up there. Come on, you. What's the show about now? Sandra says it's a funny show. I can't. What would that show even be about?
Cook. I think they do recipes and interview people.
There's a TV show for everything, isn't there?
I don't think it's on TV. I thought it was on. I thought it was like a podcast, internet thing.
Well, I kind of include any sort of show like that in the TV category in my head.
That turned out really pretty.
The one I'm pulling?
Yes.
Thank you. This is the pick 3 again.
Silvery blue.
Look at that, you guys. I like it.
This one I'm going to take a picture of.
That's beautiful.
Because it's got just yummy blue-green.
All right, so I want to set this one aside. This big flapper. Try one more print on here, and one more pull on the on my palette plate.
And this paint on this plate, I'm just going to get it on this page because I'm fixing the jelly print on here.
She's coming in. Carla Farrington says they cook with the herb and have guests
So
on.
they might be on the Vice channel.
No, I made that part up. She said they cook with herbs.
Well, there are shows on the Vice channel that do cook with the herbs.
Well, you know,
Everything
it's a thing.
is about animals.
I don't think we get the Vice channel anymore, but when we were in Saco, man, that channel cracked me up.
Yeah. They did a lot of the abandoned places too, that Dee Dee's book.
Yep. Yes, I remember about that, and I love any show about any place abandoned. All right, I'm just going to pull this one, you guys, and see what we get. Yeah, Lucy, I think that Martha's jail stint wasn't the same as any of ours, should we have to.
Oh, yeah. You think?
Yeah. Lucy says she's not a huge Martha fan.
I'm not either.
Another number one Martha fan. She used to live right around the corner from us when I was little.
I don't think her daughter's a very big fan of her either.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think they get along.
Huh. I don't keep up, so I didn't know that.
I think there was some show that they were on, like they were both on.
A lot of times that doesn't work out, though, does it?
Yeah, well, and if you had a very domineering mother,
and probably a spoiled brat of a kid,
kind of viewpoint on like etiquette and.
Okay. Eileen says Martha's an ass. I like it. Eileen doesn't put too fine a point on it, but.
Well, she doesn't. I don't think she comes from money, but she kind of puts off that air that she does.
Yes. Well, yeah. I mean, she was middle class when she lived in Westport. It was before she was Martha.
Yeah.
Or when I lived near her when I was little, it was before she was Martha. And they were definitely Westport's the Gold Coast. You know, they were upper middle class, but she was not the industry that she is now. Hey, Sue LePage. Susan says her daughter had a show too. Very sarcastic person, but funny.
Yeah.
Ooh, we got the crusty bits. Eileen will say that she has her cat's litter box, and it's very nice.
I like her metallic paint. I bought when it back in the day when it was everywhere.
I don't have any.
And I have some of her stencils.
See?
Usually mostly they're big wall stencils for like doing decor.
Oh, right.
So they're larger scale.
Now, we were talking about, you said punches hurt your hands. I find that Martha punches usually work very well. and for a long time.
Oh, that's good. I didn't buy the ones I have. They were given to me.
Well, then they don't count. And Eileen says her ribbon was nice. And Nana's taking offense because she loves Martha, so we should shut it.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, Nana. Don't be that way.
That's crusty bits that came off the stencil. When I pulled I'm going back to the original.
Oh, cool.
I'm going to glue it down.
Collage. Crusty bit collage, we say.
Yeah. It came off just in a few places. And I think I'm going to pick this up. Oh, I didn't do any gold foil today on my plate.
You know what I was thinking about doing the next time I pull out the plate tomorrow or whatever? Remember back in the olden days when you used to make packing tape on your plate?
Yeah. I never could figure out what to do with it after I made it. So
it looks great in journals, sewn in or glued in. It's great. You can punch it, make pockets.
And I was doing canvases, so it just didn't go right. It didn't work
for you?
It didn't work.
Well, I remember doing it, and I always loved it. But if you're going to do something, hey, go big or go home. I dug out my Xyron adhesive.
Oh.
And I was going to try to do like a whole sheet.
That page just tore.
Oh, no. Get out the washi tape.
Fix it. I'm going to bring the plate to the paper.
You said that worked better last time, right?
Yeah. And then I'm going to repair.
A little surgery.
Yeah.
Lucy, I basically rehash others' ideas too. What are you saying? Is that bad?
I don't think that there's very many original.
No, nothing new under the sun.
Somebody has done it.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Okay, that's going to have to go on paper.
Nicole, I'll probably do it this weekend during the Mad Streamathon bad vlog hop thing this weekend.
Okay. So I'm going to use napkin that's already been jelly printed to repair this.
So it's bandage napkin?
Yeah.
Oh, I get you. That is dirty pool if you take credit. I get you, Lucy. I, on the other hand...
Well, if you know who did it.
Yeah.
But I don't think that there are so many crafts that recycle around.
Well, if I've seen it and know where I've seen it, then or if I know I didn't think of it, at least I point that out. And
right.
That's kind of a blanket.
She will always tell you, I'm monkeying this.
Right.
And if she knows who it was, she says, but sometimes you don't always.
I can pretty safely say that everything I do was somebody else's idea. So there we go. There we go. Lucy, I gave credit. So that's a good thing. Farrington says you should use some faux rosemary tape to fix your book.
I don't have any faux rosemary tape.
Well, you should make some.
Yeah, I don't have any shellac. Though I thought, when Anne did the shoe polish in her stream yesterday on that clear piece of embossed, whatever it was like
I haven't watched yet.
It looked like Rosemary's tape.
Really?
It had that same amber.
Mm-hmm. I do mine with alcohol ink.
Oh, no, I do have alcohol ink.
That's what I use. Jilly, the plate that the rectangle plate I was using before was 8x10, and I don't know what size this is. It is an awesome size.
Is that 5x7?
No, this one's longer than that, but I can't read that ruler because it's too yittle, and I have my mat covered up.
That one.
God, my eyes are so bad. Hey, you guys, Chelsea just went live. Jelly printing with stencil layering on artist trading cards, day 12.
Yeah, I've seen her show what she used. I don't have any.
Oh.
But I've seen it.
This is 11 1/4 Jilly by...
And I've seen the prettiness in some of those journals, like Lori B's that were auctioned when she used some of that.
I forgot how to use a ruler. Never mind me. 11 1/4 by 5 1/2. And this is Gelli Arts. No, Gelli plate. Gelli. Help me, guys.
Gelli press?
Gelli press. Yes. It's the set of throw. No, yeah, it is Gelli press. Diane Reevely and Dina Wakely, set of 3. Oh, Barbara Clark's going to abandon us for Shell C. All right, Barbara, there's plenty of internet to go around. We still love you.
Thanks for coming.
And thanks for subscribing. Yes, 6 by 11 gel press made for Ranger. Thank you, Judy. Dear God.
Okay. That tore, so I don't know how well it mended. So I'm going to mute and dry real quick.
I'm going to show off what might be my favorite print so far today. She says again. Look at that one, you guys. Oh, Barbara, I'm so glad you've loved everything. This was the pick 3 colors. Well, I did pick 4 for a minute, but only one time. And this was the plate, the jelly plate I was using as a palette. And then I just did a pickup from that. So this was all the paint that would have gotten wasted if I hadn't brayered it out on this plate. So that's why I do that. Oh, thanks, guys. I do too. It picked up some black, and it's got, I don't know if you can see the silver in the background. It's got the stencil, the burlap stencil. And so every time I went over it with the brayer and a stencil or something, just a little bit would stick, and we just pulled a ton of those layers. Even the, I haven't used this one in a while. This one that I used, this one even is showing up a little bit. It looks a little bit like an eco print, Carla, I think because of the colors. Yes, Barbara, thank you. This is my favorite too. This was the pick 3 that I did, Judy. So it was, I just reached in my drawers without looking, and Eileen made me. This is Ocean Waverly chalk paint. I got this at Walmart, and I love this stuff. Love this paint. And then I used Plaid Folk Art Color Shift in Blue Flash. Might have still been a little bit of this, because this was my cheater color on the first one. This is Sea Glass Americana. And then, what was the other color? Oh, I forgot. I had another color. That's why Debbie.
Mm-hmm.
I totally forgot to use olive green.
Oh, well,
I put it to my left. Oh, so I had olive green, and I didn't use it after the first one. Well, and then I used white, and that last one I used silver to pull it. But now I feel like I have to do the whole thing over because I did it wrong. Huh. I'm going to do one more. Eileen, I did cheat, but it was only because I'm goofy. Carla Farrington is writing down your genius hack to fix the rip.
Yeah. And I still don't like the way it fixed because I got it too wet. So I'm going to add sewing tissue, which is fine because and this has Daddy Vans on it. So it's already kind of sheer. I just got it too much with the brush when I stroked and pulled it.
Now, did I see you use fabric the other night, or am I making that up in my head?
No, I didn't use fabric.
No, okay.
I used either sewing tissue.
I remember that. That's how Ugly Rumors get started.
I don't have any fabric left in my... I got rid of the sewing machine.
No, you didn't, really?
Yeah. Oh, I've sold my sewing machine twice. Now I want another sewing machine. I can't find one.
Why? Why did you get rid of your...
I don't know. I wasn't using it. It was we move a lot.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Let's see. In Texas, I have lived in Corpus Christi. That's where I met my husband. Then we went to East Texas. Then we went to the Houston area, Lake Jackson. Then we went to Vegas. Then we came back to Fort Worth.
My goodness.
And that's just big moves. There were moves within there.
Holy cow.
Yeah. I always say that I married a gypsy.
I like that.
And if the house didn't have wheels, then he wanted to move. Now I'm like, I want to retire someplace else. When we retire, I'd like to go back farther south. And he's like, no, we need to stay in Fort Worth where we have family and friends.
Huh.
When we're older. I'm like, okay.
Well, who made him boss?
Nobody really.
You choose your battles.
Yeah. I mean, we're not retired yet, so who knows what'll really happen.
Right. Welcome back, Barbara.
They still sub.
Yeah, I used to move a ton, and after this big move up here, I'm done. When I leave here, it's in a box or it's with one bag.
we were gonna go into like an RV. So we sold everything.
Oh, well.
RV.
That's one way to downsize.
Yeah.
Lucy said she's moved 4 times in her whole life. She's been in that house for 42 years.
Well, when we moved to Brazoria, to Lake Jackson to teach in Brazoria, there were people that I taught with. There was this one teacher would ask me every day, now, why did you move here again? And I'd say, because there was a job.
Was that like, what the hell were you thinking?
He'd say, you don't have any friends or family that live here. And I would say, no.
And what's your point?
Yeah.
And it's your business now.
We had never lived anywhere and couldn't fathom not living where family was.
Barbara Clark said she lived in Fort Worth for a bunch of years and she loved that town. And welcome back, Barbara Clark.
Okay, that speckled egg in the part where there's no taint.
Nice.
And then let's do some.
Good night, fishy face. Thanks for coming.
This is why pages rip.
Yes, but it's also why pages are so yummy. Can you guys believe I'm like focusing? Eileen said she was born in Philly, got married in 1969, moved to Florida, and they haven't kicked her out yet. Yeah, but there's a movement afoot, Eileen.
You almost went to Florida, Eileen.
Susan said her peeps are from Brazoria.
We interviewed for jobs. I was offered a job. Well, Bob was offered a job while we were there, but I wasn't.
Rude.
In Tampa. And so he said, well, we'll let you know. And it would have been doing like ISS, like you babysit the bad kids.
No, that's
he would actually be good at. And so we told them, hey, we're going home via Houston and we're going to get jobs. Ain't no 2 ways about it. So you have until Wednesday to call us. We'll be in Tampa until Wednesday. And then when we got home, after we'd already taken the jobs in the Brazoria area, they called and offered me a job, but it was in a little area outside of Tampa where the carnival people live.
Cool. That's
And we had seen a documentary about Larry the Lobster Boy. Like he had a birth defect. He had like lobster-like hands. And I was like totally freaked out. I was like, thank goodness I don't have to take that job.
Is that Bradenton? Is that right?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. I used to live in Lutz, which is right outside of Tampa.
And then we found out that Bobby's sister, who we really didn't have contact with at that time, they have different mothers, was living in Tampa near there, within like blocks of where we would have ended up being. But she came to Texas.
Oh.
So. All right, this needs to dry, so I'm going to mute real quick.
I like this one pretty well, you guys. Eileen says Florida is a great state. Thanks, Lucy. I really enjoy. This is like a kid's foam stamp or something that I bought, I think, at a yard sale. Lisa, I was thinking that too. American Horror Story. Kathy, did you put those digis? You're so sweet. Eileen was yanking your chain hard yesterday. Thanks, guys. Eileen, this was with my original pick 3 using the olive that I forgot.
Oh, it's pretty.
Different, right?
I like the color.
I love this color too. And it's like my paint always goes to the right. And for some reason, I put it to the left and then totally forgot about it. That is way too much paint. You got quiet over there. What are you up to?
I'm trimming the paper off and trying not to cut the page.
Oh, that's always a trick. All right. So I put down a bunch of that olive. Looks lime to me, but it's called olive. That's your favorite green, Barbara? And I'm going to take my mesh again. You guys,
okay,
it's from like a bag of oranges or a bag of onions.
That repaired that tear. That second layer worked.
Yay!
And I like this purple tinted fin wax because it pulls some of that color from over here, and I like that it angled.
Now, is that fin wax or the wax that you made?
Huh? Yes. And I put those in here. I bought little cute tins.
Ah.
And so I could put them in there.
Nice.
So, and I didn't make a whole lot, but I put the brown and the gold together because I didn't have a whole lot left. I didn't want to make anything super, like a whole lot of it.
Yeah.
And then the next thing I'll probably do is stamp on these.
Will you use paint or will you use inks?
I have been typically using, my favorite right now is this Morning Mist Gray because it's not real dark. I like that it's shadowed.
I don't see it yet. What? Oh, Versifine.
And then Nikki had me get this, which I got for alcohol inks because it won't move. It will not smear with the alcohol.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I've been using it sometimes in the journal too.
Nice.
Okay, this needs a layer.
Oops. There we go. See what we get on this one. It seemed awfully dry. It was awfully dry. I'm telling you, though, I missed that olive green at first, but I'm going to use the hell out of it now.
Yeah.
If any of this comes off, it's going to be boring. I should have used a stencil. Cleaning the plate pretty well, though.
Okay, this is gold and pearl golden hour. They're pretty much the same color.
Really?
Yeah, they're very hard to tell apart.
Eileen says, oh no, I just got 2 Joggles boxes and some stencils.
Oh,
You stink,
I
Eileen.
just feel so sorry for you, Eileen.
Are you sure it's not my Joggles box that's on world tour?
You just send it our way if you're burdened.
Yes, we would like to lift your burden. Well, we got some of that off the plate. Some of these pieces are nice. Actually, you know what I'm going to do?
Here.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to put this on this one, and I'm just going to lay the jelly plate down.
Are those 2 different colors of paint or just the one?
Yep, it's 3. It's 2 golds and Naples yellow.
The infamous.
Stencil.
Yes, Judy, summer tour. I love North Carolina too, Denise Joe. But always end up back in Maine. Oops. Yes, Eileen, what did you get? Got metal paint. Can't wait to try it on the bond paper. All right. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, that helped.
Oh, yeah, that looks nifty.
It gave some print to it because it needed that yellow from over here. And then that'll dry and we'll pick it up with something and put it somewhere else. There's some blue too down underneath there. That'll come up when I.
Lucy Dragoon loves the animal print stencil. Who's it by, please?
It is by me. And Silhouette. I cut it on my Silhouette.
It was a handmade.
It was a file from Silhouette. And then that's a binder. Divider. You put in the plastic ones. But yeah, I like that one a lot.
This one's okay. I mean, you know, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But see, that's one you could flood with spray.
Yes. Maybe I should do that.
Like
Lucy, I bet it would work on the scan and cut as well.
Like a lavender or pink. Yeah, I think the Silhouettes. Jean used to, if you can get it to an SVG file.
Right.
He would go to Inkscape and do that. See, here's that crackle stamp. I didn't like this page. Then I did the crackle stamp over the gesso. So now I'll probably spray it. But it'll have all that crackle like egg crackle.
Lisa, I think Maine is awesome. I've lived a lot of different places and I ended up back in Maine. Weird this season, gotta say. But normally it's absolutely fabulous. There's everything you could possibly need or want. And it's gorgeous. Come up for a retreat when we're able to have retreats. Test it out.
That's the one thing about the East Coast that's so nice is things are like distances are manageable.
Yes.
Because not so manageable in Texas.
No, when we were there, we did a lot of driving back and forth. And yes.
Florida, same thing. It takes a day to drive from the bottom of Florida up.
Yep.
We used to go to Florida all the time. And I didn't know Eileen. I didn't know I needed to visit Eileen.
Oh, no. Well, you'll have to go.
The other day well, now we had 3 cats, so it's hard to leave. We had a bad experience.
Oh, no.
We had somebody that we knew, a daughter of someone we knew was watching our dog, and she faked a break-in when she had an argument with her ex-boyfriend. The cops were called and they fingerprinted our house and stuff we came in, we had no idea.
Oh,
She said she was attacked, and I kept saying, "Okay, there's cameras. Go to the cameras. Why are you not talking to the apartment people? Let me go find out about the cameras." And the cop said, "Why are you more concerned than the girl that was attacked?" I said, "I don't know." And he said, "Because she wasn't attacked."
Oh, they just knew it?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I have trust issues.
Yeah.
So like I won't let, and Bob was like, if she did that, how did she treat our puppy?
Well, you have to just hope and assume much better. She treated them much better.
So, yeah, and nothing was stolen. So if and she claimed that he hit her and she went in the bathroom and locked the door and he beat on the door and then he threw some stuff around in the house and left, but he didn't take anything. I had a bunch of old credit cards. They weren't good credit cards in a jewelry box, and I had a little bit of jewelry, but they didn't know that. They didn't take the VCR. Just stuff was thrown around. Our bed was unmade. That was part of it.
All the best burglars.
And Bob was like, "Why is the bed not made?" And I was like, "I don't know."
All the best burglars.
Yeah. So she didn't want to tell her mom that her boyfriend hit her, is what the cops think, because then they'd made up.
Oh.
And her parents were kind of conservative.
Oh.
Small town.
Well, honestly, if somebody hit one of my kids, I would be conservative. Then.
Yeah, she didn't want to tell her dad because she still was dating him.
Yeah. I would have trouble if that was my kid. My kid would be in trouble. Let's put it that way. All right, you guys. So I'm just going back and forth between plates using the same colors that I picked in Eileen's blind 3, and I'm not cheating anymore, Eileen. I got myself worked out, and I'm just going back and forth. Basically, I'm going to end up cleaning my plates with these two. I hope. Oops, I meant black. I think it's funny. You've done 100 pulls and I've done like 10.
I don't know why I'm fast.
I used to be, but now because I like the grungy, I do so many more layers, so it slows me down. Because I go for the grunge.
We used to go like to a hop for scrapbooking, and everyone else would get 1 or 2 things done, and I would like prep them before I went and get like 20 double-page spreads done in one night. And they would be like, "How are you doing that?" I was like, "I work on my clock and I'm decisive." This is not wanting to come up. I got some.
What do you have on the plate with that?
I think it's because that gel medium was on there.
Oh yeah, I found that to be.
And it's very, and it's not a very. It's a sticky plate at best, anyways.
All right, so this is one of them, you guys. And then this is the other one. We got a green base and a blue base. Yes, me too, Lucy. I hope that girl wised up. What an idiot. Yeah, crap. I've had a craft-a-lanch. Nobody panic. Lucy likes that page, Debbie. I do too.
Yeah, I like the grunge.
Yeah. See, and that's what I like. All right, let's see what I just spilled everywhere.
Let's see if I can pick up the other side of some. Creamy paint.
Okay, I'm going to try to pick this one up with blue flash, you guys. Let's just see what happens. Let's just see about that.
Nothing. Did not take any of that off. So I don't know what that was. I'm going to see.
Wow, it really didn't, huh?
I got it wet. I'm going to let it sit, that deli paper sit on there for a minute and see if that doesn't pull some off on the deli paper.
Yikes.
Of course, I threw the black paint on the ground.
I just threw stamps on the ground here. No paint this time.
No, but it made really pretty texture.
Well, that's good. You're gonna have to frame your jelly plate. Well, did it pick up any? Maybe.
No, it just moved some around.
Yeah. That might be a scrubber. You might have to do a scrubbing.
Yeah. I think I'm going to try some of this black paint and a piece of paper. Just plain, like copy paper.
Yeah.
Where I can get a really good.
It is a small world. Eileen and Denise Joe. I was just looking.
Do they know common people?
They used to live/work close to each other in Philadelphia, I think. Sorry, guys. I've been actually looking at what I was doing, so I was only catching part of the chat.
When I was a kid, we went to Central City, Colorado for a vacation. It was really small. It was a tourist town. And we were walking through some place, and my sister and I said, "There's so-and-so, our neighbors."
Oh, that's weird.
Like, you are crazy. They're not, you did, he was so mad at us because we thought we saw our neighbor. And then about an hour later, we were like, "Oh, there's so-and-so, another neighbor." And he was like, "Y'all just need to stop." And then we got home after being there, and he was talking to them, and they said something about going on the trip and that they'd seen us girls across the park.
That is so weird.
I was like, yeah.
Huh.
Okay, that doesn't look like much, but some of that blue-black PBO is still on there.
Ooh, I can see.
So I think if I stencil over it later, I'll keep it in my file, because if you could add like a light color on top of it or something, a pattern, but it's got that flash, and then I want to clean that.
Yeah, they should have carpooled, Carla.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this is my other palette plate. Let's see what we can get off this.
That was one of the last vacations with my mom before she passed.
Oh.
Sorry.
I was talking to my daughter last night about, I don't remember doing much with both of my parents. I remember my mom more than my dad because, he was always at work.
Mm-hmm.
I did used to get to go into the city with him, though, which was fun. Once in a while,
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's see what we can get off with this one, peeps. Oh, the Mummers Parade. I've heard of that, Denise. I know what that is. What is that? It's in my brain somewhere. The Mummers Parade.
I think this plate needs a bath. Just straight up.
Yeah.
Needs a bath.
The gel medium might have done it.
Yeah, it's just so much built up that it's not even wanting to scrub off.
Oh, boy.
That's all right. That's why you have more than one.
Yep. Or you scrub it and move on. All right, guys. We've had good luck with this plate so far. Let's see what we get. Oh, Farrington. See the Globetrotters. Awesome. Well, this is a little dark, you guys. The green kind of got out of control. I know that's hard to imagine, Eileen, but it's true. Meh. Some of these layers were really, really dry, you guys, because I've been doing these colors for quite a while. Eh, it's okay. I like that when I did the texture comb on there, it scraped all the paint away, so we got some white. Maybe it needs some white.
Yeah.
On the plate. All right, Miss Debbie, why do I keep trying to call you Kathy?
Mm.
Oh, that's what was I calling Mark last night? I called Mark Mike like 3 times. He was not very impressed. I'm not getting smarter. I'm going to put some white on this one, and then I think I'm going to go see what's going on in my house. I think I hear noise.
I'm just about done too.
Are you?
Yeah, because I think we got paint on almost all these, and I'm having a hard time figuring out where to go next.
I'm so impressed with you that you got all those done.
I don't think there are very many that don't have. I think they all got some kind of paint on them.
That was your goal.
Yeah.
Now, those scribbly lines, right? Oh.
Yeah, it was an Inktense pencil.
Oh, so you just scribbled. It was your own scribble. It wasn't a stamp.
Yeah. Darn. See that, Tor? Because I didn't put.
Oops.
Jelly paper.
Now, will you let that dry before you fix it?
Yeah, I'll let it dry before I do some more tomorrow to it.
And then you'll repair it before you work on it more?
No, that part I'll just let dry. I probably won't. It was the tissue that was on. It was on the page over here. Didn't tear Didn't tear. I'll just let it be. So I'll probably go through tomorrow and add some stamp, and then spray some more.
Let it get itself together first.
Yeah, and then when it's dry, I've been hitting some of the scribbles or patterns are Inktense pencils, and then when they bleed out a little bit, but the original shows.
Yes, that's what I was talking about. That's great.
Yeah, Lena taught us that. She would sketch her watercolor picture, like she sketched the Colosseum.
Yeah.
And then she sprayed it with water very lightly and let it kind of run, and then did her watercolor. But her drawing was there. And it was
neat.
A really good idea.
Now, you'll go over that in your book with what? Just whatever you end up.
Wherever I'm feeling, sprays, more inks.
Cool.
Papers. Well, the paints like this, if this is all paint, then the spray's not going to do anything.
Right.
So I'll probably stamp and add maybe a paper here or there.
Fun.
I could add the inks that are the paint, the FW, if I wanted to. I'm just trying to see if I really like this one.
You should make your screen large again so everyone can see yours up close, what you did today. Lena is amazing, isn't she, Colleen?
Yeah. See, this doesn't have a lot on it. There's white paper. So this would definitely take sprays and inks. Same here. This is just inks and stuff.
Yeah.
So this needs more. Definitely needs more. This doesn't have much. But see, this is sprays that I did last night. There's some of I did like how this turned out. This is the colored fin stuff we did on that page. And then I did sprays.
Oh.
Resist the spray.
Oh, that's
like when I spray, it's dry too. It won't smear. It's soaked into the paper.
Cool.
So I kind of like that. See, here's where I did some more repairs, but this needs more. And this is a hot mess. It needs more. But this paper is junky rice paper that I jelly printed and sprayed. So that'll go there and somehow something
will happen.
Yeah.
Colleen says that that was so neat. And Dot says, love what you've both done tonight. Thanks for streaming. Thanks, Dot. Denise Joe and Eileen had a fun time reminiscing.
Yay. The front part of my book is done.
Wow.
Except that's the...
Whoa, I love that one. Love that one.
Yeah. And this is jelly. This is jelly. The mess up rice paper, the parts like you don't get and you're cleaning up, and it just came out really cool.
That whole book is just so much fun.
Yeah.
Colleen is loving your book.
Huh?
Colleen is loving your book.
So, and then I take pictures along the way. So when I make the paper sets, they'll be coordinated. Like I'll take a picture of this probably close up and then do something and take a picture so that the two will go together.
Neat.
To kind of make them coordinate. But yeah, I think we got paint on almost all the pages.
Yay, mission accomplished.
Yeah. And it's really fluffy.
That's the best kind.
Yeah. So what I do at night is I just set heavy stuff on it while it dries and let it sit kind of like that.
Kathy Arbour says this is what journals are for, experimenting and seeing what you like.
Yeah.
Eileen says you're doing a great job in the book. Oh, thanks, Kathy. Kathy says we did awesome arting, Debbie.
Thank you. Oh, and I got sprays I didn't even use, so I'll use those sprays probably tomorrow because I got this seedless preserves, not realizing I had the pad, but it doesn't matter. And I got the hickory smoke, the antique linen, the ground espresso, and the speckled egg. I got these because I had seen them used together. And there was one other that I didn't get.
Nice.
But I've been looking at combos with the speckled egg.
Yeah. I don't have any distress stain in sprays. I've got the old daubers.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And he said that's exactly, I only have one dauber. He says it's exactly the same thing.
Yeah. Just
with a dauber.
Yep.
So.
And Colleen said that, those would look good together.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why I'm trying to get more. I have a lot more oxides. So that gives me the speckled egg. And he was talking about layering and how these are transparent. You can layer. So
and they'll reactivate each other, right?
Yeah. But I tend to, if I use them in a bunny or something, I kind of either spray them or go real fast and cover them with varnish or gel medium if I put them in a bunny.
Debbie, I can't thank you enough for having me tonight. It was so much fun.
I don't usually have other people stream with me, not for any real reason other than there's never usually anybody that wants to stream. So anytime, Brooke.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. And hopefully you can come and check out our made up hashtag Journal Jelly June.
Yep. And email me the Facebook, and I'll put that on the description, and I'll put your channel on the description so that people who watch it later can subscribe to you if they subscribe to me, but not you.
Gotcha. Well, and I put you up on my group. I let everybody over here for this today. So hopefully that'll go both ways.
And email me your address, and next week when we go to town, I'll stop by the post office and I'll send you that bubble wrap.
Isn't that funny? Paying to mail bubble wrap.
I'll probably throw some other stuff in there, but
I don't need a thing. You're such a sweetie. All right, I'll
probably throw some jelly paper in there.
Cool.
I love other people's because they have stencils you don't have.
Well, and colors and styles and Yep.
Thank you everybody for coming and hanging out with us.
You guys are awesome. Thank you. I'll post a picture in the Facebook group and a link the next time I'm going on. And I will make a couple of those prints the Friday freebie in just a few minutes.
And I'm hoping, like I said, everybody will get to see what I sent Jersey.
Yes.
Tomorrow.
Yay.
So she probably, because I bet she got quite a bit in her box this week.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you stuffed
and
it.
And she only goes once a week.
Yeah.
On Fridays.
Well, and it's her birthday. She's got to get a present.
She's better than me. I would make Bob go to town every time I knew there was a package in the box.
Me too. Luckily, they just drop it for me unless they take it to a different state. But I guess I'll get off that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Colleen. Yes, tomorrow, 2 at Kathy Berg's, 2 p.m. Eastern, I think.
And I'll talk to Johnny about the books and how to auction them and what to do.
She will be able to tell you all of that. Absolutely. Yes. So good night, everybody. Oh, you can't see me. Happy Friday. And it was so wonderful to meet some new folks and see some of our old favorites. It was lovely meeting you, Gina. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye. Night, guys.